Yeah. Oh.
Ha.
Welcome.
Ha. If you hear me, let me know. If you hear me, let me know.
How come I can't see
I'm
it?
here. We good. Welcome to another edition. I say,
there you go.
welcome to another edition.
Okay, I couldn't see us for a second. I had to get my computer together. Yes. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to another edition. Welcome to another edition of Bedroom Topics.
Yes. We
Welcome.
are here. We are live. We are lit on another Sunday. Thank you for joining us.
Sis, we see you.
Yes, we see people already joining in. Nice to see y'all. Thank you for joining us on another Sunday night. It's getting cold outside, guys. So for you guys,
Ladies, hide your cribs.
it's cuffing season, right?
It's cuffing season is officially here.
Yes. So, yeah, absolutely. So, thank you again for joining us. Welcome to our TikTok friends that are joining. Welcome. Facebook, YouTube, all the good platforms. Get busy.
How you feeling, beautiful? How's your week going? Let's get into the show. I'm excited.
What did I do this week? I worked. My niece, child, a 1-year-old, a 1 and almost half-year-old, she is a lot. But I love spending the time with her and bonding with her. It's, those special moments that you just won't get again, so those little quirky moments that I get to see and her little attitude and her characteristics brings so much joy to me. But boy, she is a handful at times. But I love it. So I was busy with her this week. And then, of course, after school program at ADSL, doing what I do there. Cleaned up my house on Saturday. It was nice to have the empty house so I can deep clean my room and the rest of the home and, start preparing for the holidays and stuff. So it was nice to be able to do that. Talk to my sister for a while. Like it was a nice chill weekend. It was cool. Yeah. Nobody was in my way. Like nobody bothered me. It was cool. I liked that. I enjoyed it actually. Yeah, I did.
Oh, good for you, goddammit.
I definitely enjoyed it. Absolutely.
Welcome everybody who's just coming in.
Yes.
So quick fast. Since you didn't ask about my week, I'm gonna tell you anyway.
Well, I was about to, but you said welcome to the people, so I just whatever. Yes. How was your week, Mr. Dirt? How did you spend your week and your weekend? I must ask.
Normally I say I ain't do shit,
But you did something.
but I did something this week. I felt like I accomplished a lot. I was just reminded that I am about to turn 40, and certain things I have to change because of my age bracket.
The big 40.
Right.
That's a blessing, right? Because not too many. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. If you hear an echo in the background, we do have a guest in the building. His mic is not on yet, but we do have a guest in the building, so you'll hear the.
Yeah, here. But we're gonna get him on.
But
It's
we'll
the
get
reason
him
why
on
I'm getting to my story.
We waiting
right?
patiently.
So I decided to take a daily walk. That's my new thing. Take a daily walk. And try to get out and learn the environment. So I happened to walk through Hyde Park, and I was going to walk through Starbucks, which I happen to know in Hyde Park, Starbucks is actually closed down.
Permanently, I'm so distraught.
So that was the grace of God because I didn't need the coffee anyway. But I happened to stumble across Mothers of Peace and Equal Opportunity. I stumbled across their building, and they had an amazing event there. So, and it's funny, this hit me out. They was the people that gave their space just to donate. And come to find out, it was the Hyde Park Food Pop-Up that was collaborating with Mother of Justice and Equal Opportunity. They partnered up. And when I say, I didn't know it was Miss Rebecca and Mr. Ricardo until after.
Oh, our people, shout out to them.
So when I went there, I got salmon, I got chicken. Like I had the top of the top, the best of the best food for free. For free. I never seen nothing like that. And when I say people walked out with bags, and there's a reason why I'm saying that, right? Because I got to get into my whole spiel, how I'm about to introduce you as well. So as I'm walking home with these big bags, I'm seeing this lady. No, I'm actually not walking home, but I'm walking home. But I'm struggling walking. I see this lady, and I was able to walk out and just give people food. That's how much stuff
it was out there.
They gave. And I had to direct them like, yo, it's right around the corner. And she's like, I can't walk. I'm like, well, I'll go get it for you. And shout out to Mr. Ricardo and the pop-up food shop. I mean, the Hyde Park pop-up food. I said it wrong. Hyde Park Food Pop-Up. Correct me. Forgive me. It was amazing. So tap on, kudos to him. So while I was walking, I happened to walk past the park. So now I'm looking at all these different unique nets, like basketball nets around the city of Boston. And I asked the gym in the park, I said, who's doing this nets? He said, the guy Gary from Global. And I was like, nah, I gotta meet him. So ladies and gentlemen, we bring in Mr. Gary to the stage. Just for a brief, yes, he's here to rock out with us today. Mr. Gary, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great, man.
You're legendary.
I wouldn't say that, but I'm going there.
You're
Move it
legendary.
closer to you. Yeah.
So if you're in the city of Boston, and just bear with us, our show, we still gonna do our show, but I just want to give him his flowers right here. Throughout the city of Boston, you're walking around and you're putting up different kind of nets, glow in the dark nets, green, black history nets, cancer awareness nets. Like all your nets have a particular meaning. So first of all,
That's
I want to
dope.
ask you, how did you get into that? And secondly, is this made by hand? That's my question.
So let me answer that second one first.
Talk to me.
Yes, they are made by hand, but by the factory, right? So they are made by hand, very durable. And then the first part of that question is I ran into, I think I was at Malcolm X Park, and that's when they was doing the courts, the design of the courts. I forget the gentleman's name who did the courts that I walked up to. I just happened to pull over the car, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And at that particular time, they had already ordered the nets from somewhere else. But that was the first time I had ever seen them because I had already had the idea. So then I just went with my influence and resources. I said, you know what? There's a lot of different color nets we can do, and let's do this. So then that's how I got into just putting up different. And then Glow Ball was a marketing ploy as well. Glow in the dark, Glow Ball, and it just became a marketing thing for me. You know,
I did my research.
which is why I'm here.
I did my research quick fast. I heard you have a big tournament coming in January.
Yeah, so we're gonna do. Well, you know, we get into a lot of community events. I'm definitely big on community, so we're gonna do a free 8 to 12-year-old league I'm from Dorchester, so we're gonna try to do something in partnerships with some of the community events and centers in Dorchester and do an 8-week free tournament and then grow from there, you know, with support.
Absolutely. That's where I feel that's where you get the sponsors, you get the support, you get the help. You start with the kids first because people are always looking for something for their kids to do.
Every generation.
Every generation. And you're unique because you do a glow in the dark. Shout out to you putting them up at my court, ADSL Townsville. Shout out.
Yeah, they put them up at your
yes,
job.
I seen them up there and I was super excited. My kids can't wait till it starts getting dark at 4
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah,
so
yeah,
they
yeah.
can see
I saw
them
you turn the
glow.
lights out the other night. I was like, oh, okay, should I stand out here and see if they glow?
let's
But
see
yeah,
they
yeah,
glow.
yeah.
People
Now they
are
glow, they
really-
glow. I see them.
They're really excited about it. I think that's just like a super cool thing. And you know, October being Cancer Awareness Month, you know, having the pink that's up, it's just dope. It's just super dope that you thought about it that far. Like you seen the inspiration, something that inspired you, and then you took it and made it bigger. So
Right,
shout
right.
outs to you. Kudos to you for
Yeah,
that.
I appreciate that,
Yeah.
Flowers. Thank you.
But quick fast, if people want to order some nets before I get into the show, how can they get in contact with you?
Just go to globalconsulting.com. You can go to the website, or you can just go to Global Consulting Instagram and just message me, and I'll get them to you.
And for the ones that's dyslexic like me, how can we give them the information? Can you spell it out for them?
Global, GLOBALL Consulting.com.
There y'all go.
Oh, for those that can't spell, CONSULTING.
Yeah, there you go. Well, as y'all hear, I just wanted to give you a kudos flowers tonight, but also, I got to get into the show.
Yeah.
Things don't change because people
absolutely,
reign.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
No, he didn't have the suit on today, T. Sorry. Not.
Nah, no suit today. No suit today. I'm feeling a little glowish. I got some things I got to talk about. So we're going to get right into the show. But as y'all know, if you're sitting on your couch, I want to make this very clear. This is not a show for any kids 21 and under. Y'all like me in a suit?
Yeah, everybody's asking where's
Yeah,
the
like,
suit
I don't-
at.
I'm going to get to
Good
that.
evening,
See,
family.
Bestie, what up, Bestie?
Good evening, Everdisa, Janisa, Manda Panda. Hey, girl.
I got to get you on here.
Yes, we need to get on your show, and you need to come back to our show for sure. But welcome all my peoples. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Facts. So quick, fast. I didn't wear the suit today. I figure out next time. Secondly, this is not a show for anybody 21 and under. This is a grown folks show. We have grown folk conversation.
21 and over.
Hey, 21 and over. Sorry, you know what I mean. This show is for 21 and over.
Not 18 plus?
Not 18 plus. No.
What's the
If you still
difference?
live in your mother house, do not watch this show unless
Well,
you
then-
watch with your spouse, your mother, and your mother house. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So if you still live with your mother, don't watch the show.
But 18 plus, I mean, they considered adults at 18.
Not in my mother house.
No, not in my mother's house either.
But quick, fast. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, in most mothers' houses, it's a little older than that.
Right, like 18. I don't care. You ain't grown. Like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what the law said.
But quick, fast. This is an uncensored show. So as y'all know, 1 for the trouble, 2 for the show.
Three
Here
to
go
get
the
ready.
bullshit.
Let's go.
Spark FM. Here go bedroom topic. Let's fucking go. Welcome to another edition of Bedroom Topics. Let's get into the first question. Just tell me what the first thing that you hear that comes to mind when y'all say it. If you feel uncomfortable, just plead the fifth.
We don't. It's
cool.
We're
And
gonna
y'all
try
already
not
know.
to do
Y'all
that.
already know in the comments. I'm reading everything, so make sure y'all tap in. Wait, somebody said something about 21 and what?
Let me see. Janisa says, nah, 21 and under because they still don't understand. Okay.
Facts. But Janisa, I'm glad that you still taking a shot of clock with me in your picture. Tell me y'all thoughts when y'all first hear this. By the way, my partner in crime, Dr. K, is not here. He's in Ghana building a school, but all jokes aside, when you hear this, what's the first thing that you hear? Why do people say the person that you divorced is not the person you married? What's the first thing that you hear when that comes to your mind?
The person that you divorce is not the person you married. First thing that comes to my mind is that there was change. That person is not the person you married. There was a change within that person somewhere, somehow, that it led to you guys no longer being together anymore. So instantly in my mind, I'm thinking there was a change within that person because who you fell in love with, who you married or wanted to marry at that time, obviously is not the person it is now. That's what led you to where this divorce thing comes into play. That's just my thoughts.
He got
First
nervous. He got nervous on the first question.
First of all, that's a
confusing.
confusing question. Right. It's a thought-provoking question, but I do agree with you, Ms. J. Like, you know, it's first thing in my mind is sparking change, right? If the person you divorce is not the person you marry, but then also like whoever you divorce decided to be something different, because I think we decide what we become, right? So
Interesting.
that's how.
Before I answer, elaborate on that.
Yeah, that was
Elaborate.
You have a choice, right? As a human being, as a human spirit, to be who you are and to accept whatever situations are going on in your life. So like when you get married to someone and you dedicate your life to someone, you can choose to either blend or you can choose to separate. Like some things are out of your control, but at the same time, you can decide to be the person that I married, or you can decide to be the person that I need to divorce.
That's a good one. That's a good question, Mr. Dirt. You started.
I mean,
off
yeah,
with a
you started with the
off
deep,
a
like
good
you took
one.
us all the way to the depth,
Right,
like where the whales swim.
You know what the fuck the part is? That was just a warm-up question.
I was like,
Yeah.
so
But I'm
what are
deep.
your thoughts?
I would say it was nobody never changed. They just never revealed themselves. The problem is we get comfortable with coding. Courting?
Courting. He
Court- I
hates this
hate
Or code switching.
No, hold on. Yeah, that too.
courting.
But courting. And Crystal, I hate this word because of you, Crystal. I'm saying it loud and clear on the radio. Crystal, one of my good friends. I hate this word. The problem is women, they want to be wand and dine, showed that love, but you don't really get to see that man true colors. You got to really see that man true colors. You really got to go through that 4 seasons with him. Winter, spring, summer, fall. You know what I mean? So when you really, it's cool and cute when that honeymoon stages is there. But can you talk to him when he at his lowest? Can you uplift him? Can you motivate him? Can you inspire him? Can the roles be switched when you still happy? Can he still motivate you to be even more happier? You see, the reality of it is when you're courting, you're only pretending. It's like a fairy tale. I'm showing you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want. So once I give you what you want, I get what I need. Now I'm gonna show you my true color because I'm not satisfied. I spent all this fucking time trying to wine and dine you for you to turn around and be wag, boring, aggravating, trash, argumentative, etc., etc., etc. Now this is where we at.
I disagree with you.
Go
I
ahead.
disagree. So I disagree because you do want change. People are going to change. We are going to evolve. And if you don't change, then you're not growing. That's just how I look at it, right? So if somebody could be changing, right? You could be in a relationship with somebody and they're changing maybe for the better. They could be changing and going in a different direction because they want better for y'all as a family or for them as an individual. And if your partner doesn't see that and sees it as a negative way, then there's going to be conflict there because it's like, oh, you're changing, you switching up, you this, you that. It's like, no, I'm trying to be better for us. You know, and there's nothing wrong with change. There's nothing wrong with growth. You always talk about somebody revealing themselves. Because, yes, I agree. When we first meet each other, no, I agree.
We're going to get to the comments in a second. I promise
Get to the
y'all.
comments,
Yeah.
'cause I see them going. But what I'm trying to say is that you always with this thing about people don't want to reveal themselves. People ain't real with themselves. Everybody shows up a certain way, as we discussed many times on the show, right? Everybody comes up with their representative. And then once their representative has gotten the job and has succeeded at the job for quite some time, now they can relax. Like, you know, I'm chill. Like, I know I got this in the bag. Like,
I mean, we are talking. The original question was about marriage,
Right.
You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
you gotta
So
see-
yeah,
see,
you
you done
just switched
switched
it
it
to
up.
like something else,
else.
but
This
like,
is bedroom topics.
but
I'm just
courting has
unorganized.
2 levels.
Okay.
Courting has a relationship level, and then there's another level when you're in a marriage. You see what I'm
we didn't
saying?
get that deep last time.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Let me get to
I
the
want to.
comments.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Hold that thought. Is Dr. K, I miss you, my guy.
Okay.
Make sure you Trump is taking away food stamps and tap in. All right, but go ahead.
Okay. Manda Panda said it's true to your question that you asked.
I hate when Manda Panda agree with me because every time she says true, I just think about how many times she cut me off.
She says,
Nah, I'm fucking with you,
Manda
Panda.
Panda also says people change, not always for the best. Hence, them vowels, better or for worse. Tima, welcome, darling. She says there was definitely a change, probably having to do with the content of one's character. That's a big one too. Amanda said, yep. Everything in life is a choice. Absolutely. She also says you can choose to be a cunt. Not a cunt, girl. She said you can choose to be a cunt or not is what he's saying. Okay.
I appreciate you backing me up, Panda. I appreciate that.
Tima
Keep being my partner.
Tima says, great warm-up question. Yes, folks still wearing masks in relationships. Yeah. That's yeah. And Medisa says, you're married. Stop hating on courting.
Good one.
That's a good response, Medisa.
Yeah.
He hates this courting thing.
Right.
It annoys
God.
him. Tima says courting should never stop in a relationship, which
There
is
you
good
go.
to what you had said. So, Nika, welcome, Nika. Welcome,
Cousin,
Cuzzo.
what up?
I knew he's gonna say that.
Cousin, what up?
And he always say,
I love my cousin. Come on.
She's a nigga. She ain't really
She really a
girl.
nigga.
She's a
Talk
nigga.
to me, Nika. Talk to
Hi,
me.
Nika, beautiful. She says change doesn't have to be negative. People change, they evolve. My point that I made. Manda said all valid points. Panda says all valid points. She said courting is great. Chris needs a hug.
Sis,
need
you
a
already
hug?
know the
Let me
vibes,
give you a
sis.
hug. You need a hug?
Yeah, I know. I definitely.
There you go.
I
See,
hug you in about
now you're
weeks.
courting.
Now when she get home, she gonna say the water bill is due. So quick fact back to what you said. You said it's 2 sides of courting. There's the relationship side and there's the dating side.
The marriage side.
The
The marriage side.
Yeah.
Marriage, dating side, and the marriage side.
Elaborate.
What I just saw, right? That's a form of courting in a marriage.
That's a form of tricking. I just gave her a hug. You know how much that just cost me. Nah, go ahead.
But guess what? You know how much that valued her by giving her a hug when she asked for it.
The hug was meant for me. She said I needed a hug.
But was it really?
Oh my God.
I'm just speaking the topics. I'm
Nah,
just
you
speaking
right,
the
you right,
topics.
you right.
That's it.
Same-
Chris, what up? Let us spot. I see you, baby. Well,
He says courting isn't for everyone. Welcome, Chris. Spot face McLean. He says courting is not for everyone.
I agree with my guy. Courting shouldn't even exist.
Well, how do you get the ladies?
That's
then?
subjective.
How do you get the ladies?
If you're not courting them, how are you getting? Like, how are you even getting their attention?
Right.
If you're not courting,
Why we can't get each other attention? Hear me out.
Okay.
Just hear me out for 2 seconds.
Okay. Where's
Before-
Taylor? Hurry up, girl.
Courting, when a man approach a woman, sometimes we approach the wrong woman.
True.
So sometimes instead of we going after what we want, we need to go out with what God has meant for us. So that comes genuinely, it comes naturally, right? Like our one night stand turns into a lifetime romance, right? That's genuine. Even despite the shit we go through, it's natural, right? But it wasn't courting. It was me being me, and you understanding me, and me allowing you to be you, and you understanding you. Now, growth is inevitable. You should have that in all relationships. The reality is, I didn't have to pretend to be somebody I'm not. And when you're courting, you're doing all these things, and it's not just the human mind or the emotional side, it's the financial side. Because now you got to wine and dine these women, and after you court them, they're going to be looking for that after this relationship, and they're going to look for it continuously. And then sometimes you're not going to be able to fulfill that dream, and they're not going to be able to understand that. Or sometimes you're not going to be able to fulfill that dream because you got bills. They're not going to understand it. They're just thinking, well, you used to do this, you used to do that, you're not doing it now, so now I'm on to the next person who's doing it.
But that's not courting.
Come
that's,
on, yes,
that's,
it is.
That's expectations.
Yes,
you
it
You setting the
is.
expectations, and
You
courting
making
doesn't
me
have.
build fire nets right now.
Yeah, hey, yeah. The more you say it, the better for me.
Well, I get what you're saying, but I still disagree, because even when me and you met, yes, everybody knows our story. You wasn't supposed to, didn't think we was even going to be together as long as we were. It was a one night stand. I wasn't looking. You wasn't, not a one night stand, but it wasn't supposed to be a relationship. He was cute, wanted to smash. We did what we did, whatever, later down the line. But at some, you still courted me.
But why
though,
wasn't it
because-
supposed to be?
Well, at that time, you're right. But at that time, checkmate. But at that
What he said,
time, he said, but because I said it wasn't supposed to be like this or this long, we didn't expect. He said, but why wasn't it supposed to be? Checkmate. Because it was supposed to be. That's why we're still here. He just checked me on something. I understood what you
No,
meant.
Okay,
no,
thank you.
I asked you what he said because I wanted to make sure you heard what he said.
No, we still cool. We still went on dates. You still made me laugh. You sang to me. Like, it's those things that's courting me. Like, you would make me laugh. We would sit in the car. We wouldn't go anywhere.
right.
We would sit in the car, talk for hours till the sun came up, laughing, drinking and having our fun or whatever. That was a form of courting. You courted me because I'm still fucking here with you.
But this generation nowadays, courting is totally different. So
It is.
We 35 plus. You feel me? We understand the natural definition of courting. This new gen, they changed the definition, and these women nowadays, they starting to look at the younger ladies, and they're starting to get envious about what they're getting because of what they're promoting versus staying natural and teaching a lesson. I don't know, it's weird to me, but
I ain't just none of these younger girls because let me tell you, even with the way I look better than half of these young girls. These they're out here being fast, and that's not how we was growing up. Not to say that there wasn't fast girls in our generation. I'm not saying that, but the way that sex is so freely, so open, it's so easy to get.
you're about to be a nun.
No, it's not. I'm not about to be in that.
I mean,
I'm
that
just talking
changes
'cause
what-
you made this statement. I'm just responding to what you said. Don't get mad because I'm responding to what you said. That's what you said. I'm just responding to you. Like, shit comes easy.
Let's read these questions so I can get to the next question.
Hold on, not being none. That's crazy.
Pass.
Oh, that's crazy. Hold on. Okay, so Amanda Panda says courting is intentional dating to marriage or to keep the marriage. Courting is just an intentional behavior, just something that should just come natural. Courting is only if you're seeking marriage.
That's something new.
Yeah. Chris says you can't court and be dating multiples. Oh, courting comes with Ooh. And he put that in capital letters. Courting comes with exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
Yes.
You got
Spot.
it.
You
You got it.
can't court multiple women.
Yo, Spot, you hit that right on the head.
You hit that right on the head. Shout out to you. Banda Panda said if you're wearing a mask when courting, just say that, Chris. I'm crying. Why do they keep fucking with you? Just say that you're not a genuine person. That's crazy. He is.
You know, I speak for the men that don't have a voice.
Tima says, see, my problem with the word courting is people think you have to be you have to be someone you're not. You should always show up as your authentic self.
I got my best friend back. She finally agreed with me after 6 years.
Amanda Panda said exactly. She said, just be you, let things flow organically, Tima says. And Vadisa said, there's no set definition of courting. Everybody is different. Everyone is different. Schneider, welcome.
What up, my Schneider?
Schneider said, this young generation says courting equals simping. Like you were simp, nigga. Tima said, jealous of these younger gals. Nah, facts. Facts.
Did I just trigger y'all OGs?
No.
All right, well.
I love being an OG.
That was question
Right.
number one. You
Me
was
too.
nervous?
Nervous about
That
what?
was question number one.
Oh, no, I'm
You
nervous.
doing good?
Yeah.
All right, ready for question
You
number
doing
two?
good?
I'm doing
Yeah, because you the one. Yeah.
We're going to talk.
Yeah, let's do
He
it.
ruffles feathers,
Yeah,
trust.
that's what I know for. That's what I
He
Yeah.
ruffles feathers.
Because I be saying some shit like this. And tell me how y'all ladies really feel when I say this. Because most of the time, this is what y'all do on the regular. But us men got to go through it. So you got to be careful who you put first. Because you might be last on their list. Tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when you heard that.
Nothing really comes to my mind because I always put myself first. So what? Everybody's second after that. It's not much really to say after that, right?
So
For
what
me.
about, what about the gentlemen who don't have that self-esteem or don't have that self-discipline or motivation to put themselves first? What if they feel like my love language is just giving? What advice would you give them?
My advice would be the first thing is seek experience, right? Learning is exponential, right? So first put yourself in a situation to be involved. And then after that, maybe seek guidance, like in terms of other people have gone through it. Like, see, the problem is out here, we trying to do things alone. We can't do things alone. No matter who you are, no matter how much experience you are, no matter how old you are, you can't do it alone. You need somebody to be in your ear positively, or even if it's negative, you still learn from that too. But you need to have an outside resource to get through everything, because nobody's perfect. So that's what I would tell anybody who don't have that confidence. Learn it somehow, some way, even if you fall.
Just get back up.
Yeah.
Say the question to me one more time.
Would you marry me again?
Absolutely.
Right.
Right.
Cheers to that.
Right.
He said right.
You got to be careful who you put first because you might be last on their list. And put in the comments. Oh, hold on. Before, why you thinking, Crystal? I told about fucking courting. I hate courting. Don't ever talk to me. Have a conversation about courting again.
Hi,
You can talk to
Crystal.
me about anything else in the world, but if you mention courting, I swear to God, I'm flattening your ties. I'm doing some trifling shit to you. Don't mention that shit to me. All right, Crystal? I'm dead ass
You
serious.
done triggered this man with this courting word.
That shit pissed me the fuck off for like months.
I don't really believe in that statement. I think if I don't know. I think if you're genuine with your actions to people and with people, I would never look at it like I'm putting you first or I'm putting you before me or anything else, because to your point, you should always take care of self first. And everybody kind of falls behind that, because if you're not good, then you're not good to anybody else.
Right.
Like, people seem to forget that you got to be good with yourself in order to be good for everybody else. So I don't feel like if I'm quote unquote, like if I'm putting you first, as people are like, oh, you put your husband before anything. Like, okay, that's my husband.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
You're
my
supposed to.
partner. That's my life partner.
At some
what
points,
are you talking about?
but he's
Like,
also supposed to put you first.
yeah, absolutely. We vice versa.
Right.
So I don't look at it like, you know, I put you first and then you're gonna, or however you said the question, like I put you first and then I'm end up gonna be last on your list because I've always put you first. Like, I just don't believe in that. I think if you're genuine with your actions, genuine will come back. And if it doesn't come back, then you should learn from your lessons and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But I got a good God who serves, so I'm just saying.
You're not getting away that easy. What's your response?
Right, he likes to do that.
What's your take?
Nah, I believe with that statement. Only under one condition. If you're a Gemini, I really think in my heart y'all are some trifling individuals. So in my mind, I would never ever, outside of my son, my mother, and my mother-in-law, I would never put another Gemini in front of anybody else other than that. If you tell me you're a Gemini and I get a divorce, Don't ever talk to me. God forbid, I don't even get into it. I just want to, just don't talk. If you're a Gemini, just don't talk to me.
I'm crying.
Just don't talk to me. Read the statements. If you, let me just say this: 2 things in life you could be. One thing in life you could be, and one thing in life you could say to me to make me not want to talk to you. Don't be a Gemini. Don't say anything that Crystal say about courting. Carry on.
About to read her statement.
Ah, shit. Go ahead.
Hi,
Crystal. I didn't know you was there. Carry on.
Crystal says courting is for everyone. I feel it's what keeps the sparks in a relationship. The problem with courting is mostly women. It's mostly women receiving it. Men need love and reminders too. Absolutely.
Check.
Well
Mate.
said.
Well said. Absolutely.
But hold on, when we be talking on the phone like that, you don't be talking that shit. You always against me. So where this came up? This was coming from? Come on.
Evadisa says she's been there and she's done that. She would not return. I think she's referring to your second question where putting people first has made her become last. She's been there, she's done that, and she's not doing that again. Crystal says support is support. I agree. Chris says, listen, if I don't come after God, good luck in your future. Good luck in your future, I can't even read it. Evidevers Ma. Okay. Who is
That's one of my closest friends. That's me and H is one of the good friends.
He's hilarious. Keep
Word.
watching.
He's actually a dope DJ in New York City.
Keep
Word.
watching. Keep watching. Let
Shout
us
out to
know
him, man.
when you have a party next time we're going to come out. Manda Panda says that absolutely rolled off the tongue. I know that's right. And she says you can't pour from an empty cup. Always put you first. Everyone will benefit. Absolutely. Hi, Crystal.
All right. So, next question. It's kind of similar, but it's different. So I'm gonna ask you first. The realists get treated the worst, but we all win at the end. What's your thoughts when you hear that?
The realists get treated the worst.
He looked antsy. These questions.
The realists get treated the worst, but we all win at the end.
Y'all can put in the comments as well how y'all feel when y'all hear it.
I would have to agree with that statement. Yeah, I would have to agree with that statement. I think being real, depending how you are as a person, your realness can be different for everybody's
Right.
realness is different to everybody, right?
Right.
So your realness could come off like too much for people. My realness could come off like too attitude-ish for people. Your realness can come off too nonchalant for people. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Or too sarcastic for people. So it all depends on your character and who you are. And sometimes, yeah, people do treat you bad. They don't want to be all. They can't take the realness, as they say. Or people are always quick to say, you got to be true to yourself. You need to be real to yourself. You got to be true to yourself. But when I show up as my authentic self, you can't handle it. So
But like you said, in the end, we all win because if you show up like yourself, even if I can't handle it, I still know who you are.
yeah, that's
So
true.
I win in the end because you've revealed yourself
So,
to me.
yeah, that's
You know what I
true.
mean? And now I've also revealed myself to myself because I know what I can handle and what I
You
can't, handle.
it. That's true too. A good point.
Let's check these questions out. Get on to the
Nah.
next one.
I'm about to say some real shit. I think I like y'all statements, but I think it's false. I think it's false. I feel like this. There's a difference from being real and there's a difference from having stupidity. And there's a lot of times people can have stupidity and feel like they real, but not realize they really have stupidity.
Meaning, what do you mean by what do you mean by that?
Okay. For instance, let's use this for example. You have older men, right? You have older men where
What's older?
older than 35.
Okay.
Let's say OG, let's say unks right now. Unk age, right? 40 and under, right? You have OGs 40 and under trying to find love at this point in time in their life, right? But because they're so genuine and authentic and real about who they are, sometimes people can't accept them. Sometimes you gotta wear that mask because sometimes coming off too fast could be a turnoff. Coming off too strong could be aggravating. Coming off too blunt could be rude. We live in a society where people are so judgmental on our characteristics and how we guide ourselves versus our generosity of who we are overall. So when I heard that statement, I'm like, nah, that's false. Because the realists don't, if I'm real, I'm only going to allow you to use me as much as I allow you to use me. But just know I'm real enough to let you know you no longer use me.
Yeah, there's a thin line between authenticity and pride, though.
Break it down.
Especially as a man, like, right, we can claim to be real, but at some point our pride kicks in, right? So yeah, I may be real when I'm courting a woman, but at some point, like, if I get rejected, that pride allows my true, authentic self to come out. And in any situation, pride is a deterrent. Also, a resource for stupidity, right? Which is completely different and completely separate, right? Stupid is stupid, but stupid is authentic too. Some people are just stupid. You know what I'm saying? So that again, this is just my speaking on it. So, but I agree with everything we said, right? Because it's opinionated, but this is being real, right? The difference in how we think, because all of that is based off of our experiences and our traumas.
Random question.
Yeah.
Random. Not. I know you've never seen our show, but I always have this random question. You married?
I am.
All right. Perfect. This question is for the both of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to put your wife in this perspective, because you're between Unc.
I'm an older man, but I'm still young
You
enough.
OG and Unc.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm an Unc G.
So
Unc.
Unc. Wait,
It is now. Gee.
So when you hear this, give me the advice that you would give another married couple when you hear this. Would you give me this advice from a perspective of you speaking for the ladies? Let's read the questions first before the comments before I get to that.
Okay. Did I read that? Okay. Go down. Okay. I just want to do it. Okay. So Amanda Panda says facts because karma, baby, them tables turn. 100. Amanda Panda said real recognizes real, the fake fall off on their own.
Facts.
That's true.
It says, dear married woman, the man that you think is better than your husband only seems that way because he's not living with you. Tell me your thoughts when you hear that.
That's a good one.
That's not fucking it.
That's a good one.
Talk to me. Wait, you went first last time?
I don't
No
remember.
platform. Yeah, the
Let's do
reaction
it.
gives you the floor.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Someone else, especially when you're going through maybe a hard time in your relationship or going through some bumps in your relationship currently, someone else's life or someone else is always gonna look better to you. Oh, I wish I could be. She ain't got these problems. She ain't gonna stress me out. She ain't gonna do this shit until you live with the bitch. Like I said, she gonna get tired of you too. Everybody reaches a breaking point, right? So them living with this new person, yeah, everything is all flowers and lovey-dovey in the beginning, but then reality sets in, and then you may not like the way she cook. You may not like the way she clean. You may not like certain things about this person, and they may not like certain things about you. And now you're like, damn, I could have just stayed the fuck home where I was at with my wife or with my girl, didn't have to deal with this whole new situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so, yeah, I totally agree with that. From a woman's perspective, since you know, the way you asked the question was like from a man, but from a woman's perspective, I totally agree. The grass is not always greener on the other side, honey.
True.
It's not. It looks good.
I
but it
mean,
may
you
be
looking at me
sour
like,
shit.
you know what I mean?
I'm looking at you like, answer, say
Oh,
something.
okay, all right. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
gotta help me.
yeah,
Say something.
what I'm gonna say is that coexistence is learned, right? So you never know what you have until you live with a person, right? So for me, living with whoever is just a matter of learning their flaws learning your flaws, and it's never going to be, like she said, grass greener on the other side, just because you're going to have to go through the same process with that person as well. You know, so you just need to decide, is this the kind of person that has enough for me to deal with, to learn, or is this the kind of person that I don't even want to learn how to live with them because they major flags is too red. Say something.
Just don't fuck with a Gemini, y'all. Just don't fuck with a Gemini. Y'all know my theory. Y'all know my theory. Or just aside though, but I disagree.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't gotta make it to living with this person. Sometimes all you gotta do is just take them outside in public. Sometimes all you gotta do is take them on a date. And the best way to see a person is when they're intoxicated. But that show their true colors.
Or in the element.
Or their comfortability. Like, you'll see a person, a lot of times we go on dates, we have to put up this facade, an image, a representation of who we're really not. We get a couple of Dawn shots, the truth gonna come out.
That liquid courage.
Right.
Yeah. Liquid courage.
Well, I get all, that's the only time I want to have deep conversations, when I have that liquid courage.
No, that's when you.
Yeah,
wanna
right.
have
I just said that.
Oh, okay. I
You rewind that. I rewind that. I
Okay.
said the only time I ever want to have deep conversations is when I have that liquid courage, because a lot of times it's like, anyway, that's not right there, right? You know, I just feel like this when it comes to the situation, you have to get a person comfortable before you even let them in your house. That's why when Chris will be talking about this courting, I get irritated, because it's like, only person that's really benefiting is the woman, one, which you said earlier. Two, the only person that's really trying to figure things out is the man. The man got to figure out what time to pick up.
That's not true.
Hold on, let me just finish. I'm glad you're going against me. I love this shit.
Yeah,
I love this shit. A man, when it's courting, a man got to pick her up, make sure he on time, make sure you open the doors, make sure you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and still got to go home and say, she gave me a kiss on the cheek. A man could do that for 4 months, and a woman would drag it.
That don't mean she ain't feeling the same thing.
Nah, she ain't feeling the same thing.
I mean,
So
I'm not a
women-
woman, so I don't know. But
So, Chris,
Let's get-
so
let's-
what if
yeah,
the
let's-
person's
let's
not a
get- yeah.
drinker?
Give
'Cause
him,
you
pass my
said,
blunt.
you know, when
Pass my
they-
blunt.
What if they don't smoke?
So give him a line.
Um,
And if they don't do lines, this what you do. Call this gentleman right here. He makes special orders. Go play some basketball.
play some basketball. Glow ball.
Right.
Got my own brand of basketballs.
And they go
the
in the
only
dark.
thing and the last thing I'm going to say about courting is it is a part of dating. It is a part of getting to know somebody, because you have to grasp their attention. Women, I think the reason why you're more annoyed with the courting, because it seems like it's men to women, where women are not courting. And traditionally, women don't. Like, if you go by traditions, women wouldn't court a man. It's the man's job to court a woman. But nowadays, in this generation, I'm just saying, wait. I'm talking about back, like our grandfather, back in the 1920s and 30s and 40s and stuff. If a woman could show interest, but as far as like courting and picking up a man and taking him out on or taking him out and paying for the first day and stuff, that didn't come along until like recent, if you really think about it. That didn't come along till now, until you men started making a big deal about it, like speaking on it, like how come you guys don't take us out, and how come you guys don't spend money
Because
on
courting
us?
was defined as something, but that's not the truth.
Well, I'm just saying. I think that either way, no matter what, there's gonna be courting in your relationship some
yes.
way, somehow, because you have to get that person's attention. You want to keep that attention, whether it's the man doing it to her, whether it was the man to the wife or the wife to the husband, or however it goes. Somebody's doing it. So that's just it at the end of it.
All right, so let me just say this last question then. All right.
Sky, you lean back real comfortable. So
Oh, yeah, I'm getting comfortable.
that means we getting deep.
Oh, that's Taylor. Let me go
Are
get
you
the door.
outside, darling? Okay, we're coming. Okay, our second guest has arrived. Miss Taylor Andre, as you know, she's one of our frequent guests and Spark FM team member. But yeah, so elaborate to what you were saying. You was like, it's defined, but that's not what it really means.
Well, I mean, I'm just personally, I'm a deep thinker, right?
Right.
So I always kind of look at things in a different perspective that isn't what the norm says it is. So when we say courting, why does courting have to be I take you to dinner, I'd drive the car, pick you up, and open the doors? But courting could also be I dress this way because I want you to look at me a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I talk to you a certain way because I want to engage in certain kind of conversations that allows me to know who you are. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm just my mind goes to like the balance.
Yeah.
You know, so that's all. That's all. How are you?
Yeah. Hi. How are you, sweetie?
Got the mayor in the building.
Just some wine. What you drinking?
So,
Thank you, love.
Did
so, you ready for me?
Yes.
Taylor, that's Mr. G. Mr. G, that's Taylor.
Nice to meet you.
Mr. G, right? He's the one that puts all the colorfulness up on the basketball rims in the city of Boston.
Oh,
That's him.
You just did you just did Norfolk Park.
No, that was the first one. Norfolk Park, right on Norfolk Street.
Yeah.
No, that was the first one.
That was the first one.
Yeah, that was the
But
first
they
one.
just did it.
Nope, it's been up for a while. You
Like-
got that one. You got
like
the
6
Malcolm X
months?
part. You got ADSL.
Like 6 months ago.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
that's what I mean by new. That's
Talk
new.
your
I would
shit,
say even older
Crystal.
than that, but yeah.
Head in
I'm
the
agree with
morning. You see what she said?
What?
Head in the morning is courting, okay? Loving on demand is courting. Talk your shit, Crystal. That's what I'm talking about. It's not just yes, women do court as well. Some do anyway. But it's not just about taking you out to dinner and just like you were saying, it's not just about taking you out to eat and doing all that other stuff or movies and shit like that. There's different ways of courting. Hey, Tish. Hey, boo.
Teach what up?
So,
Hi, you ready for the next statement?
Taylor, what the fuck are you drinking in here? Cause girl,
Hi. Y'all ready for the next question, right? When you make me talk to myself about you, I'm done fucking with you. What's your thoughts when you hear that?
I think that's a lie. I think when you get upset, people always talk shit about, you talk to yourself about your partner because you're pissed off or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're done with them. So I don't think that's true.
What's your thoughts?
I talked to myself about the person that cut me off in traffic. So like, no.
Yeah.
Me and me have a relationship, so I talk to myself about
Say that.
everybody.
What is that?
Say
All the
that.
time. That
Yeah.
don't mean I'm done with you. That means we having a conversation about you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
And we'll have it in front of you.
What's your thoughts?
I agree. Until I heard we talked to myself in front of you.
No, like,
Because that's a little, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna say what I need to say, and I'm gonna say it to you. Like, I'm
Okay.
not. It's not just me having a conversation by myself. I have
Okay.
no problem saying whatever I gotta say to you.
So you
That's
were
what I
like,
meant.
so are you like, nigga, but you know what I'm saying? This nigga over here. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, is it that kind of thing? Or
I don't
is
think
it
she's
just
having
like,
like a full-fledged
okay.
conversation with
I'm
her.
just trying to figure it out.
No, I'm not schizo.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So that,
Done.
Answer that question.
Done.
But
I'm
yes, I am
crying.
crazy because
Okay.
me in my head that may be happening.
Okay.
I'm fucking crying. Oh my God.
Toast to that.
Evidisa says that means you're in love. If you could talk to yourself about your spouse, it's because you're in love.
Are we in love with our kids? Are we in love with the person who cut us off? Are we in love with, like, we talk to ourselves. We are human. We have conversations about situations that just happened all the time.
Yeah.
Isn't that a symbol of growth, though? Talking to yourself.
Well, I don't know. I was always taught, especially from a youngin, that it meant she was a little tapped upstairs, that she was a little crazy.
We all tapped.
Or they would say, if you talk to yourself, as long as you don't answer yourself back, then you all right. But you haven't filled full fucking conversations.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know, sis. Do me and you need to have a little side conversation? I don't know. Not sessions. Teacher says I do that. LOL. Be playing the whole conversation you're gonna have soon as y'all talk. And y'all don't even have what you play in your head is not even the conversation you fucking have with the person. You done forgot half or more than half what you was gonna say.
I take notes.
You take notes.
I take notes. So if there's an argument that is ensuing, I make bullet points of the points that I want to make because I don't want to like continue this at a later date. I want to make all my
In the
points.
moment, you taking
But
notes.
you
like-
pre-playing your arguments.
Because a couple things happening here. Pre-planning or in the moment.
I'm
Either
trying
way,
to
taking notes is a
understand
little
you, sis.
different.
Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Like, yeah, this gonna trigger this thing right here.
Got him.
And
Yeah.
what are you saying now?
Right. Like Amanda Panda says, I have full conversation with myself. It's four of us in here. It's four of us in here chatting.
Nah.
Girl, not four y'all.
You bugged out.
That's split.
Tisha says, I take notes too. Girls, stop telling the secrets. Stop telling the fucking
You take
secrets.
notes.
I plead the fifth. I ain't answering no questions.
Yeah, that was a no contest right there.
Y'all motherfuckers take notes. I'm gonna start doing that. Jay, today you ain't fucking make my breakfast.
Nope.
No, not like that.
Mental notes.
I'm
it's-
practicing.
I do mental notes. I do.
It's bullet points. Just like in a conversation, you want to make sure that you properly communicate all points. And I want to make sure that I properly communicate. And so, I'm a super overthinker. I'm a Taurus. I get my feelings and my emotions. And so sometimes I need to write it out so my feelings and my emotions can come out of it and we can just talk logically. Because if I talk from my heart, it's going to be a problem. We ain't going to be friends no more. Ooh. But if I hit the logical points and take my emotions out of it, it just helps me like maintain my relationship.
You know, I just want to say this quick question. Just a quick statement to me. I stopped taking women advice. The last woman advice I got was a calendar. And my wife ain't having that shit. So if I have bullet points, I have bullet points during arguments, that's gonna be another situation. So I'm just not gonna take advice. But what you about to say, baby?
I was gonna say, like, to what Taylor said, doesn't it go back to our conversation we had before you came about being real? Because you're saying I gotta take bullet points, or I gotta take points so I can take my emotions out of it. I don't want you to take your emotions out of it. I want you to be be your authentic self and be that emotional person. Me and you were friends, right? You're my sister. So if you come to me and say, yo, Jay, I really did not like that you fucking said, I don't want you to write that shit down and think about it. Bitch, I want you to come and say, bitch, you fucking hurt my feelings. I didn't fucking like it. And that's what it is. I may have to put you on the pause for a minute. But that's just me.
A rational conversation with a rational person.
See how I trigger people?
Well, how many conversations you have with irrational people?
You started that.
Every day.
Hey, Sky, you started that.
Every day.
And I just sit back like this.
Conversations, personal conversations, a relationship as far as family is concerned, conversations where it's irrational motherfuckers on a regular basis.
That's crazy. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. If you can't take my emotions, if you can't take the conversations that I'm having with you, and you can't take my emotions that come with it, then, like you said, we can't be friends.
When you talking to parents, do you sometimes have to take your emotions out of it and come with a business hat? And you be emotional about that little mother.
Yes, I do. And they can tell that I'm still emotional about it, though. They can tell.
Have to come
as a professional, yes. As a professional.
I take that into my relationships when I have conversations because my mouth is slick and I say stupid shit. And I have ruined. There's friendships that I no longer have because of my mouth. I take ownership of that. I take accountability on that. And so for me, I have to be strategic in how I communicate.
Okay.
So
Okay, I can understand that.
That's your point about being real.
Okay, I can understand that point then.
Whose side are you on?
I'm just speaking facts. I'm just speaking facts. Speaking what I feel. That's it.
Tisha says sometimes we just might forget what we wanted to say. Crystal says I'm in the moment to have mental notes. Mean you're letting things build up. Clear the air and get it off your chest. Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a good one.
Y'all ready for this one?
You all right?
Because
he had to check in. Like, you all right, sis? You good over there?
She was showing me some notes, so I had to make sure.
That's okay. I'm okay.
Sorry, tap. Sorry. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
I practiced this 3 times in the mirror, right? Name something you do better when you're mad.
Talk shit.
Something I do better when I'm mad.
I'm gonna say get results.
Your results.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
When I'm mad, man, I lock in, like almost like on some revenge. Like I'm gonna show you, and and it works.
I agree.
I was gonna say clean. I think I clean my best when I'm upset.
Y'all want to see what clean look like to her?
Uh-oh, don't do that.
Damn, don't do that.
What you gonna I had he
Don't
ain't
do
gonna
that.
pull nothing crazy.
Oh, she threw everything outside.
I didn't do
Those look like those sneakers you talked
That's
to me
not.
about
He
earlier.
know I didn't do that shit. He would have
Nah,
had.
she really cleaned
oh,
up. Nah, so you said clean. I say shut the fuck up. I'm normally talking, but when I get mad and I get silent, I think that's the best thing for me. It saves me. It saves me.
That's what I need to do.
Like I feel like, and I'm still having. I got a couple of months to be immature, right? Till I turn 40.
Immaturity goes way past that. Trust. Yeah, right.
Immaturity.
Right, but I keep being reminded that I'm about to hit 40 and shit. And I think the hardest thing for a man is to be able to. It is no shade to you, babe.
Okay, because I gotta respond.
Because I was watching this gentleman go through the same shit today.
What?
His lady was just going off on him, and she was in the wrong. He just looked at her and didn't say a word. So to me, it's like I'm practicing that because I never learned how to shut the fuck up. I really and it had not towards women, but towards men. Like a man can say, "Yo, shut the fuck." We at it. Who you telling? You talking to me? We're not playing like this. But with a woman, it's like it's hard to not voice your opinion. It's hard not to be vocal because nowadays we live in a society where everybody's sensitive. So you got to be very careful what you say, how you say it. So now I'm at the stage like you can't say left or right without offending somebody. So the best thing to do is shut the fuck up. That's what I thought when I wrote that message.
Was that the best thing for you, or is that the best thing because society says it's the best thing?
I think sometimes being quiet is being peaceful.
Agreed.
I'd rather choose my peace than argue.
Agreed.
I agree. I've reached an age now where
Checkmate.
I'm like that. I'm just like I ain't gonna say I still don't talk no shit because I still do when I'm pushed to that limit. But it'll be build up though. It's like days and weeks of me not saying anything, and then I blow up, and I may divulge a lot of shit at that moment because I've kept August 3rd. I'm a Leo. So I'll hold on, like just keep quiet. But then it comes to that point where like I can't take it no more. I have to, me and my sister was talking about that, like being silent and keeping silent, how silence is so strong. Like that's such a powerful thing to be silent. And I'm like, yeah, it can be at times, but there's sometimes you have to speak. You have to remind not only yourself, but the people you're talking to that I have a voice. I'm not silent. You're not going to silence me. And I'm not silent. I choose to be silent because I don't want to take it there with you. So me choosing to be silent, that's where the power comes in. But being silent to me, I don't feel like that's like, oh, it's a strong power thing. You choosing to be silent, that's where the power comes in. So go ahead. Go
Face-
with your rebuttal because you're over there rolling your eyes and huffing and puffing.
Would you like to say something before I say something else?
No, you definitely. I don't. Would you?
There was a point that I wanted to make, but I'll wait.
No.
I don't remember.
Cheers to not remembering.
Read the comments
But
before
I
I
don't
go.
remember. Krista says because we're so loving, fire signs, anger different, being silent. Tisha says, and self-sabotage. Crystal says that was it. That was it.
What you want to say?
Yeah, what you want to say?
I just said it. Did you hear me?
Okay. Right, because
Got him.
Telekinesis. So y'all know it's my favorite time of the show, true or fuckery. So if you find it to be true, you say true when you explain it. Give me a 2-minute explanation how you feel. And then we go to the next person and figure it out. But before we do that, I gotta do it again.
Hold on, I thought we had a whole hour left.
We do.
We do. It's true or fuckery. It's 10.
I thought Truth or Fuckery came at like 10:30.
It's always been 10.
Okay.
I could extend it though.
No, I'm good.
You just off one time. It's okay. 1 for the troubles. 2 for the shows. 3 to keep it real. Let's hit this motherfucker go. True or fuckery? If I'm lacking, teach me. Don't belittle me. Talk to me. Help me grow.
True.
True.
Elaborate.
Yeah, because if I'm lacking in an area or something, instead of you making me feel worse than I probably already feel for not being able to tackle this area of whatever it is. Yeah, if you're able to teach me, nigga, teach me. Don't down me. Don't belittle me. Don't make me feel worse than I may already feel and shit like that. Like, I like to learn. I like to grow. So teach me. I'm not with that belittling shit.
So I'm thinking about my dude over here with the dragon bag, right?
Oh, Dr. K?
Yeah, when he said that his ex would only give him head on his birthday, and she was really bad at it, but never even told her that she was bad at it.
Yo.
I'm like, yo, why would you do that to me though? And I
Good
asked
point.
Her, like, how
Teach.
How long were you together? I don't care if it was a month, a year, or a decade. Like, why would you go that long?
Right.
With letting somebody, like, in that moment, if you ain't eating it right, I'm like, wait, pause. Like, in that moment, let alone, like, continuously
Yeah,
letting you
and
do
then
something wrong. And if you use the word, so first of all, when I had a show, I used to use one word incorrectly all the time, and somebody inboxed me and was like, Taylor, that's not the correct. I don't know if everybody else was down with me. But there was one person that was just like, this is the correct word, this is how you use it, like share dictionary links and everything. And it wasn't like, oh, you dumb bitch. It was like, let me help you be more educated. And my one of my love languages, because I have 1,000, is like, improve me. Because I think I'm already.
Okay.
So improve me. Make me better than what I am in whatever it is. That you get, whatever you could teach me, Chris, if you could teach me something, teach me. Miss J, if you could teach me something, teach me.
right. I'm the same way.
Always.
Because you just want to learn. You could be better. You can enhance it. You could, it's teach
We're
me.
humans.
Yeah.
We don't know everything all the time.
Right.
So, like, put me on game.
Now, I was in the middle of fuckery and truth, but I think I'm gonna go with truth because constructive criticism is real, right? So we have to understand that we need to allow ourselves to be told
Now,
that
are you really?
how to follow. Yeah,
Yo,
that's
she
them
is too
notes.
much. That's some notes.
Right. So we just need to understand that we can grow from everything, from people telling us what's right about us, what's wrong about us. So it could be both fuckery and truth.
I think it's fuckery.
Ooh, okay, let's go.
The problem is we live in an era where people say they want to learn, but they're not teachable. They're not approachable.
Coachable.
Not coachable, approachable, even better. We live in an era where women say, correct me, teach me. But when you correct them and teach them, they take it as you belittling them. They take it as give me a second, let me work. You're going to get this work, let me work. You're going to work. They take this as a teachable moment and they make it into a bigger problem. A teachable moment can turn into a miserable lesson because maybe it's the way we talk, maybe the way we teach, maybe the way we explain ourselves, the definition, the way we carry our charisma, our ego, our energy. They'll find anything in the world to say, you know what, I just never wanted to learn that. I just wanted you. So a lot of times they play it for man's mind. And men do it too. They say they want to learn, but do they really want to learn? I'm a man that say I always wanted to learn how to cook. But do I really want to learn how to cook? Wow, I'm playing 2K, right? I'm chilling, I'm relaxing. That's just my mindset. Like, you say you want to do things, only your action would explain about you being there versus being absent.
Or maybe
Not
you don't
that.
want to learn from the person teaching you.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that because her fucking food is amazing. I be mad. I have a whole fucking attitude if niggas don't cook for me in the morning. I could cook. Don't get me wrong. I just can't cook the way she cook.
Cook what, baby?
Don't ever disrespect me like that. I'm sure.
What was you
What
gonna
was I
say,
gonna say, T?
Taylor?
So, I think delivery is important and understanding your audience is important. So not everybody can take things, like meeting people where they are and being able to teach someone based on where they are in their development and having, sometimes it's tact or sometimes it's understanding that person's personality and how they absorb, and sometimes it's the timing of the correction. Additionally, I think that when it comes to, like, yes, you do want to learn how to cook, but if you're in the middle of 2K, this ain't the right time to ask me if I want to come in the kitchen and, nah, I'm playing 2K. And at the same time, though, when, you know, if Johnny had 3 apples, like, a lot of our parents didn't have the wherewithal to show us how to engage in that way. And we learn a lot from our experiences, aka our parents, our family, our experiences, and how we engage with others is how we were taught to engage with others. But going back to how does that person receive information is important.
Good point.
Checkmate.
Good point.
Checkmate. You gonna read the question, comments before I go to the next true or fuckery?
Crystal says it's the delivery. Always remember sender, receiver. Everyone can't be a teacher or a coach. Relationship, we build each other. Okay.
All right, so I'm battling between these two questions.
Vote.
All right, fuck it. You want to take the second one first or the first one second?
Second.
I bet. A man never leaves a woman when it gets hard. He leaves a woman when it gets disrespectful. True or fuckery?
Fuckery.
A woman, a man.
A man
never
don't leave a
leaves-
woman when it gets disrespectful. He just, his pride kicks in, and he tries to get back, but he don't leave her. First of all, it
That's
depends.
true.
It depends on the situation you in, but most men don't leave women. Women have to leave us, depending on the
Ooh.
situation.
I break that down.
She's fixing her seat.
So a man will do whatever a woman allows them to do, right? We have to understand where the control comes in, and so I say, a man will never leave a woman unless she's
They need to hear this.
well, it depends on who's putting it in there.
What?
Right. So it just depends on like the situation, but most men aren't going to leave their comfortable life situation unless it's detrimental to their existence. Most women have to make the decision to leave. And if you look at divorces, right, and I don't know what the percentages are or whatever, but I can guarantee you there's more women filing for divorce than there are men filing for divorce. So, point proven.
Checkmate.
Wow.
What's the face for? What's the face for? What was the face for?
That was a note. That's a bullet
note.
point.
Yeah, that was
The
a note.
dramatic kicked in. It wasn't even
Yeah. Again, just my opinion. I don't know the truth, but I know that like if you took a survey of how many men would leave their women, it's probably be a lower percentage.
I think statistically it is women file for divorce at a higher rate than men. But I think a truth or fuckery should be men are more likely to stay in a relationship even though things are bad than a woman. And I would love to understand the psychology behind that. You said man, so I don't have I got a dick. I ain't got no penis.
Look at his face. What?
You know, we in 2025, so let me just be quiet.
Shout out to LGBTQ community. We love y'all. We love y'all over here.
He's all the way confused.
Okay.
Yeah, he's all the
I need
way.
to replay that face.
I'm mad I caught it.
Schneider says most men would rather cheat than divorce.
Damn, Snyder?
That's true though.
It is.
Yeah. Most and I can you go back to Snyder before you want to read Crystal's first?
No, go ahead. You can go to
I kind of agree with Snyder. I think us as men, we're not designed to leave because we see the importance of who we marry. We're not perfect, but if you got a warrior husband and a prayer warrior wife, you're gonna do everything necessary to make sure you maintain and keep that relationship. But if a man's not really fighting for you, he's not really yours. So us men is really not designed to leave. We love them. We love hard. We wear our hearts on our sleeves. You know what I mean? It's not very easy for us as black men to really find love. So when we really find that genuine love, we willing to sit there and go through the ins and outs. But we'll cheat, we'll step out because that's just away from the misery. But when we come back, we still got to deal with reality. We condone it? No. But it's realistic. Like, and when you can't talk to your wife, when you can't sleep with your wife, when you can't hold your wife, when y'all arguing, y'all going your ups and downs, you get lonely, you think your wife want to be held? Nah, you got to give her space too. So sometimes, a lot of times, we get into differences where we don't see eye to eye, and it could push our partner far apart away. It's easier to walk away. It's harder to stay.
Cheaper to keep her.
Nah, it ain't no cheaper to keep her.
Yo, you know what I think was funny? If you AI all of your shows, this nigga got like 10 albums. Just go on and do the transcription, right? And pull everything that Chris Doug said.
Am I going platinum?
Yo, you going double platinum.
I'm going double platinum.
Double platinum. Get that on the album.
She giving you the sauce. Do it.
I didn't expect you to say that. I did not expect you to say it.
That was fire. That was fire. I might get in the studio.
Like
Boo boo.
10 albums.
The boo boo, I gotta tap in there. Know what I mean?
Crystal says men will stick it out through hell and hot water as long as they can move the way they want to, and she's allowing it.
Ooh, and that go back. He just said a man will do whatever a woman allow him.
Heart and penis on their sleeves. I'm crying. Heart and penis on their
So what about hold on. So what about I just want to address something because I want to go back to what Crystal said. What happens when the roles are switched?
What?
Because women cheat just the same way men do. Men just get caught. Women don't. So what happens when the woman feel like she with her cooch on her sleeve and she's out doing her and the man is at home? Because you have some relationship where the man is you really got good men that's being neglected at home, that's missing at home, not being appreciated, not being fucked, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. But then you got that woman that's still outside. I hate the narrative that they think all men just cheat. Nah, not every man cheat. Not every man cheat. Some women cheat more than others. Some women rather have a man for the financial gain and not sleep with him. It's a lot. It's a gift and a curse between the situation. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying what happens when the roles is switched. So now I'm gonna ask you, what response would you give me?
Whatever. Well, I was gonna refer back to your cheating comment. The reason I think
You stuttering.
no, I think back to what Schneider and people were talking about the cheating thing. I think that it's easier for men to cheat because you guys don't cheat with like
Emotions.
right. There's no emotions. It's just fuck. It's just
Or
sex.
even intention.
Right. That's the word I was gonna say. You guys don't really have cheat for intent. A woman, if she's cheating, there's an intent behind it. There's an emotional attachment behind it. We're not gonna, and it may take a very long time before a woman even cheat. You could have cheated on her 20 times before she cheats on you that one time. There's always an emotional attachment. When women cheat, there's something behind it. That's why they're going there.
Ain't that nigga better than you?
Till I say
And it's over. Like, yeah.
Club that done fucked 1,000 niggas and we leveling up.
I'm crying. And if you get with a woman who is a cheater, you knew that when you got with her. The way you knew that when you got her. She probably was your side chick when you was fucking her, and now you made her your main chick, and now she's out there doing the same shit she was doing when she was with you. So you already knew she was the cheater when you got her. So I'm just saying. Next.
Can you make a whole housewife?
No.
No.
Can you make a hoe a housewife?
But you can
said
make
no?
No, matter of fact, yes. Yes. Yes, the fuck you can. Yes. You can make a hoe a housewife. Eddie Winslow did it,
Not Eddie Winslow.
allegedly.
Ain't he in jail?
I said allegedly. I said I don't get sued. I said allegedly. I said allegedly. What?
What's happening over here?
Right, what is going on?
Free my man Eddie. Listen.
Is he like in jail?
And I'm not trying to say his shorty was a hoe.
Oh,
I'm not trying to say his shorty was a hoe, but
Eddie Winslow? Did we take it back to Family Matters?
families don't matter.
I don't know his real name. What's his real name? I forget his real name. But
Don't say his real name. I don't want to get
he's
sued.
famous. Everybody knows his name.
Talk to me, Mr. G.
No, I'm staying all the way away.
All right, get to the next question.
Let's get to the next one.
Man.
Why you don't want to answer the question?
Because I agree with you.
I didn't
Oh,
even give an answer.
that's what I'm saying, but that was just a good answer.
He pleaded the fifth. All right. Yo, so I'm going to start. Who should we start with?
What's your mama call you?
Mr.
Gary.
Gary.
Gary. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Oh my God.
I just had it. Are you ready? Who want to start? Who should I start with first? I'm going to start with Taylor because she was
Yeah,
late.
Taylor, yeah.
This one is
It's
specific.
empty. You
This
need
one
something
is
else?
specifically for you. You want some wine?
No, I want Jay to drink that damn drink before I ask for it.
Well, you can have it because I'm not much of a drinker. So that's why I'm just
She's
sipping
more of a
on
smoker.
I want you to drink it though.
it. No, I have to drive.
Yeah, I don't drive on Sundays.
So
And
take
he's
it.
already drinking. So take it.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready for the statement?
Yup.
The job doesn't.
Okay, I'll keep this.
You ready? The job doesn't break the man. The house do. True or fuckery?
The job doesn't break the man, the house does? What you mean by that?
Yeah.
All right, let me fix it. Let me fix it.
Yeah.
The job doesn't break them. The job.
Taylor, go sit your ass down.
The job doesn't break most men.
No.
The house that's never peaceful does. Tell us stop. What's the next question?
That's why we don't drink on the show.
The easiest way
That's
to
why we
fuck
do
up your
this.
life. The easiest way to fuck
Go
up.
back to the question. Fuckery.
All right. The job doesn't break the men. The house that's never peaceful does. True or fuckery?
The house doesn't break a man. A house.
The
that's
job doesn't break a man. It's the house that's never peaceful that breaks the man. True or
Never, well,
fuckery?
I guess. Yeah, I could say that's true. Maybe. Yeah. Because if you're miserable at home, that'll break you more than your job, right?
That's your opinion, right?
No. I would say yeah. I would say that a miserable household, no peace at home, could definitely break you down more than a job because you can switch your jobs.
Mr. G, talk to me.
I'm gonna say fuckery, just because for a man everything's a job. So creating peace at the house is a job. It doesn't have to be a bad job, but it's something you work at. So it's the same to me. The job outside, the job inside, something I need to work at.
So I want to ask you something quick fast. Because this for my maturity, my knowledge. So you mean to tell me as a man, you go home, you go to a 9 to 5.
Yep. I don't, but
But
Yeah.
a man should go home to a 9 to 5, but still go home and feel like his house is a job
so
versus his safe haven versus his peace of mind.
a man doesn't have to go to a 9 to 5. There's other ways to get income. And when you go home, you should feel at peace, but realistically, not every household is peaceful. Back to the conversations earlier where we need to decide what's happening in our relationships and how to procure those relationships into positivity. again, you are you wearing the work on your shoulders, or are you carrying the work?
What's the difference from wearing the work and carrying the work?
Carrying the work, there's a lot of ways to carry things. You bend with your knees, you can carry it below, but wearing it on your shoulders means you're walking upright.
Grown man shit, something they don't got to deal with. I respect that, my G. What you think? You want to sit down?
I feel like the kid in between
Talk
my
is-
parents.
talk- All right, next question. Ready?
Wait, let me read Crystal's real quick.
Oh yeah, that's read.
Crystal says, "Nah, understood that perfectly. A man will go and break his back at work and put up with hell for dollars, and it's nothing to come. It's nothing to do it. But coming home to toxicness on a regular basis will tear a man down physically, mentally, emotionally. Sometimes a point of no return." Shinada said, "When a household becomes a job, it's when it breaks the man." And Badisa said, "True for some people, so they spend most of their time at work." La Femme, hey, welcome, darling.
Welcome, La.
Crystal says, "Your home shouldn't be viewed as a job. That's your piece."
So what you got to say about that, Mr. G?
I mean, that's her opinion. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying my home is considered a job, but I'm saying the reality of it is it's work. It's something you have to work at, right? To create peace in your home, like from how you come home, how you're greeted, how you're cooked for in the morning. That's part of your peace. You know, to each his own, and every relationship is different. Right, so how we do our thing at home is different than how
Someone
she may
else.
do her thing at home. You know, so there's no shade on how anybody feels.
That's
it's just,
true. Because, my sister, right? My sister. Like, when she's mad, God rest my bro, but when she was mad at her man, she wouldn't cook for him. I still cook for him. I could be pissed the fuck off at him.
You didn't cook for me 2 days ago.
Lies, you fucking lying. I cooked for your ass this morning and
I
yesterday.
said you didn't cook for me 2 days ago.
No.
I didn't say today.
You
I
still
said 2 days.
ate. I may not cook because
You
I didn't
just
want to
said-
cook,
no,
but
listen.
you still
No,
ate.
yeah.
But I still cook for you.
So just say
It doesn't matter. Even
No.
if it wasn't 2 days ago, I cook for you. When I'm angry is the point I'm trying to make.
Say it again in the mic.
Taylor, you coming back or?
I'm in between my parents.
All right, okay.
Talk about you haven't ate or you haven't. No, I still cook for you.
I'm not saying I didn't eat. That's not what I said. You said you cooked. I'm not had to check. Like, nah.
She said provided. She provided a meal.
All right, so say that. Then yeah, she did do that.
I always do, even when I'm mad at you.
Yeah. What do I get a break? Like, you know what? I'm not gonna go there.
What did you just say?
I'm
What
not
did
gonna-
you get a what?
The
I'm
next
not
question.
going
What was
there.
the question? The next
next
question.
question.
Yeah, thank you for saving them. Cause what?
Can we take a time out for a second? Because I just want to say that between these two, when I get in a relationship, these gonna be my my counseling parents.
We
This-
fucked you over.
This
We
is,
fucked you over.
this is who I'm going to when I get in a relationship because
We are not relationship experts.
you are a relationship expert in your relationship and you have mastered it to an expert level that I respect and that I would follow.
Oh, I appreciate that. So thank you. Say hi to TikTok. They're watching you, Taylor.
Hey.
Welcome to the bathroom. Y'all just read the comments for a second.
That's crazy.
Hold on, my name's Chris. Truth or fuckery.
Crystal says, "Work on the union. Your home and foundation should be built on love. We work on maintaining it, but home is the meaning of love." I agree.
Ooh.
I agree. And I do think your home should be your peace, but it's not always peaceful.
You ain't gonna find my notes.
I love this.
Chill, don't read my notes.
Yo, bring that back.
Are you ready for next true fuckery?
I'm ready.
On the other side.
Yeah. You
Are you
know.
on the mic? Okay, go ahead.
All right. Nobody cares about how you feel until you make them feel. No, that's not what I want to say. Nobody cares about how you feel until you make them feel how they made you feel. So if I pull a you on you, you'll be mad.
Agree. I think a lot of people are like that. Absolutely.
So if a man pull a you on you, if you mistreating him and he turn around and act the same way you're acting towards him, you won't understand until you feel that wrath. Is it true or fuckery?
So I think there's three type of people, right? There's a saying that says there's people that learn from others' mistakes. There's people that learn from their own mistakes, and there's people that go through the mistake and still don't learn.
Yeah.
So I think it really depends on the person, because you can watch someone else's relationship and take mental note and say, this is how I am or am not going to conduct myself. Or you can go through and say, this is what I've experienced already. This is what I don't want to experience again. Or your ass could be hard-headed as fuck and go through all the experiences and still not get it. So I think it's based on person, but as a general population, I do think a lot of us don't understand we have to, like, that's hot, that's hot, that's hot, that's hot. There's some motherfuckers that's like, that shit's hot. Somebody told me it was hot. I ain't finna touch it. Where somebody else is like, it ain't that hot.
Right. Let me touch it.
Shit, that motherfucker's hot. And there's somebody else that's just like, there's somebody else that is just like, oh, it's hot. I touched it. It wasn't that bad.
So
I touched it again.
So if a person pull a you on you, you mistreat a person. The statement was, a person pull a you on you, you'll be mad, right? You're right.
A you?
If I pull a you on you.
First of all, what's a you?
The question
Boston. It's a New
was,
York
people
Okay,
don't.
yeah, like tell me,
So
like
it's
I mean a U-turn, I get it, but like
no, not a U-turn.
okay, yeah, what's
Not a
going
U-turn.
on?
So, like, if you're being nasty towards somebody and they give you the same energy back, or if they treat you the way that you're treating them in a negative way, you wouldn't like it. So,
You
right?
won't understand
You
it
wouldn't
till it happens
understand
to
it.
you.
Yeah, until it happens to you. You wouldn't understand their feeling until it happens to you, basically. Yeah. So that's what a you on you. Like,
Okay.
if I pull a you on you, do you like that? It's a New York slang.
So this one is for the ladies. No, this one's actually for you.
Oh,
God forbid this ever happened to you, but I'm setting this up for a good image about where I'm about to go with this. She cheated on you, and you lost everything. The house, the kids, the peace, the money. How would that make you feel?
how would that happen? First of all,
I agree.
you know what I mean?
How would that happen? First of all,
And if I lost everything because she cheated, you know, I'm a man, right? I'd be upset, but I'm also a survivor. So, me being me, Leo,
I'm not gonna give up.
like I'm gonna get back on my feet. Like either way. Again, what did I tell you before? The best thing that happened to me when I'm angry is I get results. So I would just get angry, and then I would just get results, and then I would probably just be like, "Look, you lost out, not me." Because what is material? Everything you just said is just material. I much rather lose material than lose myself.
I lost myself.
So
You
when
did?
I say kids, you look at kids as material?
Kids?
I did say kids.
Oh, see, I skipped that part. But kid.
So
So
you
wait.
know you have a selective
So,
hearing.
but yeah, that too.
bullshit.
Kids aren't material because that's politically incorrect, but kids are things that belong to you, right? So if I lost my kid because someone cheated, that's a different reaction. You know, that's as a man, especially a son. Not that a son and a daughter is different, but you know what I mean. I would react in a different way if I lost my kids because you cheated. But then if are they her kids?
They got kids.
Well, if they are kids, then that's what are you doing to lose the kid? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's also on her. because they came out of your body, but you know what I mean? Like, well, they are kids, but
Dr. King.
You made a statement that you lost yourself. You can't tell
Yeah,
me.
I did. It took me years. He was Haitian. I will never. I will never.
I say stay away from them
He must
Haitian.
have gave you the whole thing and had you going crazy.
he had you going crazy.
I was
That's that
young.
juice?
I was young. That's what it was. I was young, and I knew like this was forever, and it wasn't, and it definitely like it it's not. And it's like I had to move out of state and find me.
What's your nationality?
I'm Cape Verdean and black, like Southern Baptist, Holy Spirit black.
So let me ask you something, because I think you're in a similar situation than me, right? No, I don't think you're in a similar situation, but do you feel like, I always wanted to ask about this from a standpoint, do you feel like Haitian men are better to date than American men?
What?
No.
I'm asking for
I
a reason.
think a man is a man, and it don't matter the nationality. It don't matter. Like, I think a man is a man, and I ain't never had chicken penis. I don't think I'm really into that, but I think all the men is.
Circumcised.
Okay.
No, I was talking about
Like she had a small
white
penis.
man.
Oh,
I ain't never
gotcha.
had I never dated a white man before.
Okay.
And I'm not interested in diluting my bloodline already because my bloodline's already diluted. So I have to be like the only one to uphold the chocolateness in my family. And I'm super light skinned.
Okay.
When I lost myself, I was gone. When I see the pictures of me when I was lost, I don't even recognize that person.
Wow.
And that's a really hard thing to, acknowledge out loud to self, let alone say in public.
Yeah, that's a fact. Definitely can relate to that. So, yeah. He took a deep breath.
Hey, don't ask
didn't
hard
even
questions if you don't want hard answers.
Well, welcome back.
I've been back for a long time.
Okay. Well, I just met you, so welcome back.
Welcome back.
When you're in a committed relationship,
Let me get a twist.
you're in a committed relationship, so 7 days out of the week, how often should you and your spouse be intimate? Well, I changed the question, so I forgot which one fuckery, but it says it's 7 days in a week. You and your spouse should have sex more than 3 to 4 times out the week. True or fuckery? That's what's supposed to sound. Talk to me, Jack.
Yeah, let's get to the ladies.
Why you
Let's
keep
get
going
to the ladies.
She made me nervous as she is.
I know we talked about this before. I think depends on you as you and your partner, but I think schedules come into play. It would be nice if we could lay up and fuck all day. It would be nice to do that. It would be nice to lay up and have sex all day and be cuddled up all day, but that's not reality. That doesn't happen in real life. And bodies get tired. Women, we go through our cycles. We go through stuff. So in a 7-day, if I can get it 4 times in a week, maybe twice a day, I'm good with that. My body can rest for the next, 3 days. I'm okay with that.
Is that realistic?
For some people, it's not. For some people, it's not. No, but that's.
I mean,
real
we
shit.
talking.
For
This is
some
a
people,
podcast.
it's
You know what I
not.
mean?
It's
We
not
talking,
realistic,
right?
even 4 times.
When I say that, I'm just fucking around. But when I say that, let me not be. What you about to say?
No. I'm gonna defer. I'm gonna defer to the ladies.
This my show. This my show. I got this. What you say? Talk to me. Put your hand down, Taylor. Put your hand down.
I mean, genetics play a part, depending on where you are in your life, right? So that question can be different for the unks and the OGs, and then the grandpas. That question is different. The answer is different, I should say. So that's all. That's the only reason why I said, is that realistic? Yeah. My body's still young, so that's realistic for me, but it's not for everyone.
That's true. Next question. No, go ahead, Taylor. Go ahead.
Yeah, come on, Taylor. Come on.
So first of all, you said intimacy, and then you said sex.
Nobody
So,
else heard that. Nobody else heard that.
I did.
Carry
So
on.
for me, intimacy could be like. So I'm a dancer. I love to dance.
Like stripper dance?
No, like
just
dance.
dance.
just dance. Just like a song comes on, I want to dance. My soul is so free. My spirit is so open. Like intimacy could be dancing for me. So like, how often do you want to be intimate? I have a cousin, Mark and Wanda. Shout out to Mark and Wanda. They fuck every day. they proudly, like, we get it in every day.
He ain't leaving her.
No, they've been married for over 30 years and get it in every
He ain't
day.
leaving her.
And she ain't leaving him.
That's
It's
right.
both ways.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's not one way, it's both ways. And so intimacy and sex are two very different things. And so I do understand the OGs, you know, that prostate don't work like it used
Yeah,
to.
you know what I mean? It swells.
It don't work like it used
Say-
to. But he can still engage in a way that is playful. That is,
Right.
my favorite book on earth, and I'm on my fourth read for I'm on my second read for this year. My fourth read in total is The Way of the Superior Man, and it talks about it all the time. Like how you engage with your woman is like the playfulness, the teasing,
banter,
the
the-
yeah, like
It goes
Yeah,
into
yeah.
It goes into something that I seen recently. You know, I'm on TikTok looking at memes and on Facebook, and it was a quotation says, "Is it true that the intimacy and the sex, you'll get it easier, or it comes a little bit easier from a woman depending on how her man treats her, right? So if your man is treating you or treating the woman as you were saying, this, you know, just being loving and endearing and intimate, then gradually she's gonna be giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? But if there's always tension, friction, y'all not seeing head to head, or y'all not on the same fucking page together, the sex is going to lack. It's not going to be there because you guys are not aligned at that moment. But if you guys are aligned and he's making you feel good, you're making him feel good, that's it's gonna come naturally. You won't even have to ask for it.
Bullshit.
No, it's not.
I agree with you.
If you
saying.
mistreat
I
a
agree.
woman, you think she's gonna still lay down and have sex with you? No, she's not.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying, but in the same retrospect, I still call it bullshit because why, as a man, I feel like why do we have to wait till a woman feel like she wants it? If you have that man that goes to work every day, come home, provide, make sure you're good, you don't want it for nothing. You gonna deny that man? A lot of times, a lot of women is. Why? Because he's looked at as being predictable, right? You don't want a lot of times women don't want that good man that they say they want him, but then when they get him, they say he boring, right? A lot of times they say they want him.
Me no want a boring fuck. And that was a man that said that. I'm sorry. I don't want a boring wine.
But it's only boring if there's no intimacy,
I agree.
right? You got to set it up for them.
Nah, not always.
Uh,
You know what would be weird to me? Because it's like, I hear what you're saying, and you got some valid points, but then there's a lot of times, like, you don't have to set a woman up. If she love you and she cherish you like she do, she'll set up she'll meet you halfway. She'll set up something, you'll set up something. You can't keep expecting a man to keep doing something all the time. And I get tired when we get on this platform and we make it seem like the man gotta do it, the man gotta do it, the man gotta do it. No, it takes both of us to do it. You don't want your man stepping out, you don't want your man cheating, you don't want your man doing X, Y, and the third, then you gotta play your part in that as well. You don't want your man doing certain things, then you gotta say, no, I'm gonna take care of home. What Gucci man White said, all my man gotta do is come home, eat, shower, fucking go to sleep. He go to work, he come home, he pay the bills, he do what's necessary. All I want him to do is these things. Women enjoy catering to their man. I don't know what society's living now, but this shit don't exist. So I hate when us as men sit here and try to put up on a platform like this is reality. We supposed to do everything. No. It's okay for us to receive too. It's okay for us to be desired too. It's okay for us to be courted too, Crystal. It's okay. But the reality is frowned upon on because it's coming from a woman versus coming from a man. Now why is that?
You have a valid point in that because a woman doing it may be looked at as being thirsty. You know, in this society now, maybe not back then, but in this society now, a woman courting a man like he said, or doing for a man so much as he said, or whatever the case, it might come off like you mad fucking thirsty. Like, why are you on this nigga's body like that? So I guess it depends. It's the eye of the beholder. Point of view for everybody is different.
Why don't we allow ourselves to be accountable for as men recognizing the symbols and the signs? Like a woman doesn't have to court in the way that we court. They can court in the way that they court, but we should recognize it.
disagree with you on that.
All right. I mean, no. Let's. You know what I mean? Let's discuss it. Right.
I'll say this. I don't feel like it takes two to be in a relationship.
That's right.
If a man is just constantly giving, providing, nourishing, courting, whatever, and it's a one-sided relationship, then it's never gonna grow. Men have needs too, and a lot of times when we get comfortable, we're not providing the men's need, but then get questioned why they're getting dogged out. You can't have it both ways. You can't deny or ignore a man because you're upset or because you're feeling some type of way and expecting the man to be faithful and show you the results that you want, and you're not giving. You're just receiving, taking. That's not gonna work.
But
That's not gonna work in no household.
it goes back to what I just said, though. You're saying that just because you're mad or whatever doesn't mean you shouldn't be. If a woman, if you are not, if this woman feels that she's being mistreated, disrespected, you cannot expect her to lay down with you and be intimate with you, and that love is going to be, it's not going to show up because she's in her bag, because you as her spouse or her partner made her feel a certain type of way. But then you're like, fuck you being mad, I still want you to suck my dick. Fuck you being mad, I still want you to lay down with me and fuck me because you're my wife and that's your duties. And that's how some men think. Doesn't work that way.
Okay, in the same retrospect, the same way, I totally agree with how you feel. But when you start using your pussy ass power, that's when you start getting dogged out. If you want a man to be, I don't know whose side you on, but I'm going to have this conversation. It's a thing, I can't think of the word. It's a thing when a man, like when he's intimate with his woman, that energy makes him want to do certain things. It inserts a different energy where he say, you know what, she's giving me my needs, she's satisfying me, she's making sure I'm good, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's fucking me. She give me the 3 F's. She's doing what's necessary, right? When you get them things and you make that man feels comfortable, when you make that man feel comfortable, that's when you realize you have all the power. Because now he don't care about nothing else. All he knows, I'm ready to get home. I want to see my lady. I'm excited. He don't want to come home and sit in the driveway for 3 and 4 hours. He don't want to sit there and have to argue. Got to be at work from 9 to 12, and then got to go do something else and come home at 7 o'clock, and then y'all argue. But no man wants that. That melanin for a man is needed, because when you love and hug on him, he already got a heart in the world. So when he come home, he don't want to feel ignored. He don't want to feel rejected. He want to feel loved and appreciated. So when we don't get that, that's when we step out. That's when we have this energy like, yo, fuck it. If you don't appreciate me, somebody else will.
They supposed to use their pussy as power.
We ain't got no other mic over here, but we can share a mic.
I'm just saying, I'm not on no side, but I just respect where I come from. That's it. We all got mothers, right? So when you say using your pussy as power, that shit been used as power since day one.
Day one. That was the first profession in the world.
That's 22, and I think we get blindsided by reality. You can't have a kid unless a man ejaculated to you. Let's always remember that.
I just want
Unless
to say
use
that
a baster.
Jesus,
Oh, the pace, but you know what I mean.
I just want to say that Jesus came in the world and his mama ain't never had. Joseph wasn't nothing. Joseph wasn't even nothing inside of her.
Y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that. Y'all born in sick. I don't want to go through this conversation.
Listen,
You
I
got other
believe
questions, right?
that
But-
with my faith, if I had the faith of Peter, I could walk on water.
Let's try it.
They got shoes in
They got
Japan
shoes
for
for
that.
No, but for real, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, and I understand. My dick understand, even though I don't have a penis.
Yeah,
My
there you
dick
go.
understand what you're
You
saying.
don't need me on your side. You got her.
And I also understand that it is reciprocal, right? It's all reciprocal. So how you show up as a man is how I show up as a woman, and I am
Checkmate.
always going to follow your lead.
Checkmate.
And so if your lead allows me to follow into nothingness, that's what you're gonna get. But if your lead takes me to the promised land, that's what you gonna get.
So
Checkmate.
that tells me one thing for certain. Two
As
things
a
for sure.
woman, no, not one thing for certain, 2 things for sure. As a woman, we were put here to be your helpmate. So
then act like our
however
hope
you
and not act like our
so
mothers.
no, but you can't you asking bum nigga shit and you a real nigga. That's different. You asking bum nigga questions and you was a real nigga.
I'm a bum
What
ass
the
nigga.
fuck?
Whatever.
I'm
And
glad
so
you-
What's happening?
when a
What's
real
happening?
nigga show up, a real woman gonna show up.
Right.
And if a real
Bullshit.
what?
Bullshit. Look at it. Look at now. All due respect, and I'll just say this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the black society. You know how many brothers showed up that was real? That's being torn down by baby mothers.
Okay. Oh, you want to have this conversation with me? You want
I'll have it with you, Jay and Mr. G.
You want to? Okay. Let's have this real conversation. First of all, most likely you was raised by your mother, and your mother was probably half.
Come on, be serious.
Okay.
He said-
No.
Even if the
Let's
street-
go. Let's
Well,
go down
even
this
if the
road.
streets
Let's
raised
go
you,
down this
okay.
road. Yeah, the streets raised you, and them niggas that was raised, that is on a corner by the streets,
Was raised by my
was
mother.
raised by mothers that wasn't even half-assed because they didn't know no better. And it's no shame to them at all because they didn't have the guidance. They didn't have the
So
two-parent
what is that?
household. You know, colonialism.
Guys,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like who? Yeah, like
If we're gonna have a real conversation, let's have a real
you know,
that's
conversation.
for fact.
That's why I mentioned. I asked you who fault was that.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say the woman. Normally I would
Yeah.
say the woman. It's the system.
Yeah.
The system was made to separate black families.
Yeah.
To make sure the man was out the household.
Yeah.
The woman was put into place to succeed.
Yeah.
And what they did was throw financial governments
Yeah.
at y'all to make sure. You know what? If you say you don't have this man, then we're gonna give y'all more money.
The truth of the matter is,
It's a Ponzi scam.
it's bigger than that.
Right.
The strongest. What is the strongest thing on earth?
A black man.
A black woman.
Okay.
Black people.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Now
Oh,
let's
black
put that
woman.
together.
Black
Is the
people.
black family.
Yeah, it's a black
Nah,
family.
we the weakest.
No.
Arm,
We the weakest.
leg, arm, head.
We are the
The
weakest.
strongest thing on
together, we're not.
earth.
We are the
No,
Is
we're
Not
us.
together, we not.
We're
Can,
not.
I'm
Not-
disagree. Can I tell you why?
No,
Why?
after
Why? Purchasing
after.
power,
Why?
culture, not the weakest.
What you
We
gonna
just
say
don't
before
come
I make
together.
all y'all
Okay.
faces change?
All right. The strongest thing on earth is the black family.
I disagree.
When we know who we are and we move in unison, and I allow you to lead me and you know how to lead me, there is nothing stronger than who we are.
I'm glad you sound like my
But-
friend Angelo.
Okay, and when we work together, there's nothing that can separate us. There's nothing that can tear us apart. And when we work together to accomplish whatever it is that we set forth to build, it is going to be absolutely amazing. So much so that they're going to have to go ahead and get the masses to destroy what we have built.
That's what they've been doing.
Because we never
And-
No. Fuck the end. Fuck the end.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here's the reality, Mr. G, before I let
Yep,
you talk.
yep.
Mine's just going to be brief.
No, do it.
Everything you said, 110% facts. The problem is it's a fairy tale. When it comes to our black culture, the problem is there's always one person that has to be at the top. They don't realize the seed could be spreaded in multiple ways. So when you sit here and say all these positive facts about what black people can be and what they should be, you have to realize what we aren't. When we go to jail, you see the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, whites, Muslims, etc., stick together. You know who's outside fighting? The blacks. I didn't
Why,
cut you off.
Chris?
I just-
Why? Identify the why. Because it's not because of us. We are not the reason for that division. It was embedded 7 generations. Whatever you learn is trickled down 7 generations. Whatever you don't learn is trickled down 7 generations. Whatever happened to you and who you are today is the product of 7 generations.
Facts.
So who do I blame?
You don't blame. There's no blame.
It is
Fuck
blame.
blame.
It is
No,
blame.
because
You
when
have
we
to-
blame, we then take responsibility off of us.
Yeah.
You have to know when you know better, you do
Do
better.
better,
You
yeah.
know that 7 generations ago, you was in a different place in a different space. And now it is time for you to do something different. And if you decide, every single day it's a decision for you to decide to do something different.
Yeah.
To provide something different for the 7 generations that come after you. Then and only then are you building something that cannot be destroyed. And it is brick by brick by brick by brick. Even though the others have an entire fucking house that they get to walk into, you still gotta build that shit by yourself with your queen, with them kids in that house, brick by brick by brick for the next 7 generations.
So
Fact.
I totally.
Yeah, yeah, shit.
I'm
Dude,
fat.
rise that
It is
chair up.
that
Yeah, bring that up.
I'm trying to be serious. I know I triggered you, right? I'm still trying to be serious, right?
Yo,
Listen, everything. What you want to say? Something?
no, go ahead.
No, if you want to say something, say something.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it all comes back to what we originally said. Power is power, right? She said, if we lead, they will follow. We said, we need you to tell us what to do. Not tell us what to do, but give us the format to follow. Yeah, well, you said, why does the man have to do everything? Which breaks down into, please show us how to follow, right? But we're not followers. We're leaders, and she's telling you that we're also leaders. And I'm not on no side or whoever's side, but what I am saying to you is, like she said, if we decide as colored people, black people, whatever, if you take the black off of blame, you get lame, right? We as men, as black men, we have to understand that to get to the future that we want, we have to change it now. And we have to change it with our words and our articulation. When we change it with that, then we be and you speak, and I'm drinking. So I'm telling you now, like, I come from a multicultural blend. So I ain't even in that world. But what I'm saying to you is, I understand who I am. I understand the truth of who I am. And what I'm saying to you is, and just man to man, because here's the real problem. To go all the way left, it's me and you. People like us don't talk to each other in a way that we need to talk to each other and help each other understand what really needs to happen. And what really needs to happen is we need to uplift those two, right? So when we uplift those two, we understand that by uplifting them, they now uplift us. And when we're uplifted, here we are, creating a new settlement for our children to now understand the power of the pussy.
Fuck the cat.
And I'm it's not a man woman thing, man. It's not a man woman thing. It's just understand. Listen, first of all, in your voice is a lot of trauma. So we talking now. In your voice is a lot of trauma, right? So. And in my voice too, I have a lot of trauma too, because we both black and we both men.
That's a fact.
Right? You see what I'm saying, dude? But I also understand that in order to change it, I need to settle in.
So, here's the thing. Diversity plays a big factor in relationships. Man, woman. I hate that analogy. So the reality is, if we both put the effort in, we both gonna strive to be better. If one put the effort in and one is not, we both gonna fail. If one put the effort in and the other one don't, we both gonna fail. If we both don't give a fuck, we both gonna fail. The reality of it is, when you come into a relationship, we have to stop sitting here and separating and delegating duties when it comes to relationships. And we have to start realizing what effort you put in it is what you're gonna get out of it. So if these women is asking for all this lavish stuff and all we asking for is a peace of mind and certain things, then we should meet halfway. We set our standards high for ladies, and it makes comments like we have to put back into them. How can we keep pouring into their cup if we ain't pouring into our own cup? How can we be strong for them if we ain't strong for ourselves? If we just constantly giving on a day-to-day basis, When do we sit and say, you know what, I'm tired? When do I receive?
But the communication's not what you're saying. It don't make sense. You got to put into your, what you're saying is put into yourself first and allow them to understand who you are, and then you put into them, and then they put into you, and then they put into themselves. It's just a cycle.
No, but that's the cycle that we whoever wrote that up, that's the cycle that we follow. Versus saying find a cycle where we both put into each other equally. And that's the problem I'm having. If you want to talk the dynamic of relationships and finding love and appreciation, then you have to find two people that's willing to put in equally. Not the woman just receiving and accepting and taking. No. Give me 2 seconds. It doesn't. We live in a society where that's what's portrayed. Because back in the days, bills wasn't today's bills. Yesterday's bills wasn't today's bills. So after they have this perception like the men back in the days gotta still live like that today. No, that's not what society brings. And it's only gonna get rough for us with society. Trump is gonna make us go back to our baby mothers, back to our husbands, because it's gonna get rough. But you're gonna be miserable because why you wasn't truthful and honest. But go ahead, T.
But before you go, T, real quick, is 50-50 a real thing,
Put it on your lip.
or is 100 or is 100-0 a real thing?
Don't talk to Chris. Talk to us. Come,
No,
put
she
it on
didn't
your
hear what you
lip.
said.
Is 50-50 a real thing?
Yeah.
So if you're giving 50-50, are you giving 100?
Yeah. I'm giving you the best of my. So let me tell you something.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you are giving. So if you are giving 50%, you're giving 100%.
My
Let's
math
talk
is
maths.
Yeah, my
let's
math
let's
is
talk math.
2 times 5 is
So
what?
if you're
2 times 5 is what?
that's
10.
2. That's
Two
2.
times-
But 1
Hold
is
on.
half.
You said 50 versus 100, right?
What I said is,
I'm out
if
there.
if you are giving 50%, are you giving 100%?
Here's the catch-22, Mr. G. Let me break it down. I can't give 100 when it's 2 of us. So if I'm giving 50-50, I'm taking her 50 and taking my 50 is going to equal to equivalent of 100. Because you can't expect me every day to make sure my 50 is always there. And the reality is a lot of times we as men get on platforms and portray like, oh, we're this certain type of image of a guy and realize, no, 50-50 is a real thing.
But what's better, 50, 100, or 200?
The 50-50
That shit,
rule
200
is
not realistic.
the 50-50 rule. No, you just made that valid point. 50-50 rule doesn't apply because just like you said, I may
My
be.
50 is your 50.
Hold on. You just said I could show up and may not be able to give you my 50 that day. So that means I have to give the 100. I have to put in 90. I got to put in 80 because my spouse today, these 24 hours today, he can't put in that 50. So that 50-50 rule, I don't think it applies. It shouldn't apply to relationships. There's no such thing as 50-50 because you can't give me 50% of you all the time.
Right.
I can't give you 50% of me all the
But we
time.
can strive for it.
We can strive for it. We
that's
strive
good
for it
enough.
every
And
day.
that's good
But
enough.
we can't say that we can give 50-50. That's just not realistic.
It still don't add up to 100% of you.
But here's the catch-22. Giving 50 is just giving your best of version of you.
So you're your best at 50%?
Sometime based on the weather, yeah.
Well,
Sometime based on the
if
weather,
you're
yeah.
best at 50%, I've always been taught that that's enough.
Yo, sometimes if you walk into a relationship and a person's got 20, that 20 should just be good enough just as long as the 80 is good enough. Because when the 80 is good, you accept about the 80. But once you don't have that 20, is it good enough?
Yeah, 80 is good enough. It's good
Nah,
to
but
be to
is
college.
is the 20 good enough just as if the 80 is absent?
If you giving me 20%, that ain't never good enough.
Then you're not with that person through good times and bad. You just with them through good times. Because sometimes they're not going to always have 80 days. They're going to have 20 days. So if they 20 days is not acceptable in your eyes because they're having a struggling day, then you're never going to have a successful relationship.
You can still strive to give 100% and not give 100%.
Yo, listen, I don't. Go ahead.
Yes, Taylor.
So first of all, a lot of us be entering relationships and we ain't even 50% of ourselves, let
Checkmate.
alone coming into a relationship and trying to give 50%. So I think if we gonna have a real conversation, the first thing we need to do is come and bring 100% of ourselves, which a lot of us, I don't give a fuck what your age is. A lot of us ain't at 100 by ourselves, one together. Let alone coming into a relationship and expecting somebody else to give you 100% and you come at 100. But I totally agree that sometimes I'm going to come with 10. Yeah, sometimes the world done took 90. I'm going to come home. I'm only have 10. So I need you to meet me at 90 because I gave the world my other 90. I only have 10.
Exactly.
But
before I even say I do and yes and I'm yours, I have to come to you with 100. You have to come to me with 100, so that if you have a day when you're at 90, I'm already at 100
This is what
by
I'm s-
myself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And so when
Yeah.
you come with
Makes
your
sense.
10, baby, I already got the other 90.
But here's the
When you
thing.
come with your 99, when you come with your 1, when you come with your 0.001, I got the other 99.9% for you. But we can, and if we being honest, Chris, we don't enter relationships as 100% of ourselves. We enter relationships and we still trying to find who the fuck we are.
Checkmate. And
That's
here's
a
but here's the
fucking
catch
fact.
22 though. Here's the catch 22. And Mr. G, I appreciate you challenging me. I appreciate
That's what
you.
we're here for.
But the reality of it is, well, I agree with you saying T. You know what I mean? I agree with you. But what I'm trying to say to you, Mr. G, is like, the
You can call me
problem
Gary,
is-
too.
No, I don't want to call you by your name. I don't never do that.
It's all good.
I have a problem with a woman always expecting the hundreds out of the men. You feel me? So a lot of times we can sit here and talk because we want to sound educated, but we don't understand how much impact we can have, influence we can have on a woman's mind by not being realistic. You want to, as you being a married man, so you don't always have it as 100.
No, but I always want her to expect me to have 100
No,
because
but
that
that's-
builds me.
No. It can also destroy you too. It's called the burnout. If you keep pouring into one person's cup and they're not pouring back into your cup,
There is no such thing as burnout when you're with a real partner
no, you bugging.
because you speak to that partner. I could be, but
He's
you
talking about build. He's
That's
talking
what I'm
about
saying.
You know what he just
building.
said? He said you can never have a burnout. You're
if you
bugging.
When
what I
you're
said is
building,
when you're
you
building with a real partner, when you're with a real partner, that's what I
there's-
said.
There's quotation marks, Chris. There's quotation marks.
I
So you
agree
talking
and
about we talking about
disagree.
general. We talking about
No.
in general.
And-
But if when you talking about you and Jay,
I'm not talking about me and Jay.
No,
I'm
no,
we're
but
talking in general. We're
this is
talking
the
in general.
example that
We're
you have
talking
to
in general.
give.
No, I'm
This
not-
is your real life. You can't
That's
talk
why
about
I'm
him.
disagreeing.
But
That's
you
why I'm
can't talk
disagreeing.
about other people coming into their relationships half-assed.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm hearing what he's saying, right? I can agree to disagree because this is
Yep.
my opinion.
Yep.
Okay.
But what I'm saying
Okay.
to you is, I'm trying to hear what he's saying, but I'm letting him know throughout the dynamic
don't
of
agree.
this conversation.
Yep.
I'm not agreeing. Just give me a second, let him finish, so I can explain to him
Mm-hmm.
why I disagree. So can you start from over so I can understand what you were saying? Because I still disagree. Because I'm gonna tell you something why I feel like I disagree.
Well, no, just go ahead and tell me why you disagree, and then we can continue the conversation.
No,
from
T
there.
messed me up 'cause I was about to argue with her. She was gonna argue with me. I'll be ready for this moment. I wasn't ready because I had something for you.
Well, let's reverse back. Let's just start from the beginning. Where were you with the question?
You said that a man can't always. You gotta read the comments.
No, I would just go ahead.
You said a man always gotta come with his 100, and that's when I said I disagree.
Well, no, what I said was both parties need to come with 100 because there's no such thing as 50. If you're coming with 50, you're not coming with 100, and that's just logic, right? So when you come into a relationship, then you have to, even like she said, when you on your bad days, when you only have 10%, you came with your 100 enough to tell your spouse or your partner, today I only have 10. And your partner says, I got the other 90 for today or tomorrow or whatever day, and then vice versa. So that's all I'm saying is you can't literally give 50% if you're giving 100%. It just the two just don't connect.
I still disagree.
It just no. We just talking about basic math.
No, I'm saying to you. Let me tell you why I disagree.
Okay.
Because now I'm gonna use me as an example. My 100 to me might be my 100 to me, but to my wife it might just be 50, or vice versa, right? So in my mind, it's like I can give her everything I'm giving. In her mind, she'd be like, "You're just giving me half of you," because at the end of the day, you still have to find room to grow. When you enter a relationship, you have to step out. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Step out of who you are and change to become who you about to be. So sometimes you can get conflicted and say, you know what, I'm not sure if I want to step into that. I'm not sure if I want to address that. I'm not sure if I want to talk about this. Still, that's still your 100, but to her, that's your 50, because at the end of the day, she might see something in you that you might not see in yourself.
So before I give it to you, Taylor, what I'm hearing you say is 0% of action is worth more than 100% of communication.
I'm saying no. I'm saying
Because if you tell her, I only got 50 today, I'm giving you 50, or I'm giving you 100, and she tells you, oh, well, I only see 50, then now that conversation has started the action. Because now you can say, oh, I understand. You see me as 50, but I'm telling you, I'm giving you 100. And she could say, oh, so then we're not on the same page. So together, let's figure out how to get to the other 50%.
And also, if I can interject just real quickly, I know what your 100% looks like because you've given it to me already. So if you show up at 50%, I know that you're at 50%, and I'm gonna carry the other. I'm gonna carry the other load because
again,
you've already showed up at your 100%.
I'm in your pocket. I'm with you. Not to
me
cut you off. I just
all
want
the
to let you know
time.
from a man
I
perspective,
already
I'm
know
with you.
when you can't give me that 400, baby, I got your back. All right, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna continue to carry you. Maybe for 1 day, 2 days, it could be for the week. But I know I'm gonna carry you because when you show with that 100%, you go full fledged. So.
you answer and talk. Let me go to rest.
Well, let's continue. Let's continue, ladies. 'Cause we didn't give you a chance to rebuttal. So yeah.
I think I really want to wait for Chris.
Okay,
because
so wait.
I feel like a lot of the time, truth or fuckery, Chris be mixing relationship with marriage. And there's a different type of commitment
So
with
different.
that marriage
So
than
different.
it is with that relationship.
So
So when you with that relationship and that, like when you said, I know what your 100 is, I know what your 50 is, that's a marriage. When I don't know what your 50 is, I don't know what we fucking around.
Yeah.
We fucking around and finding out.
right.
And so you don't know me, I don't know you, and we figuring this out in this moment. When you're married, I was
Yeah,
ready
this was for you.
I
This
was
is for
ready
you.
for
Yeah.
What I was saying was, sometimes a lot of these truth or fuckeries be mixing and mingling. So one of the things that I realized in business as a business owner, there's no commingling, baby. Your business is your business and your personal is your personal. There's no commingling between the two. So when you married, you married. And when you fucking around and finding out, you fucking around and finding out. And sometimes these questions be fucking around and finding out when they really commingling situations. And so as far as this is concerned, when Jay know what your 100 is, and you coming to the table with 50, but you saying I'm coming to the table with 75, but she know what 100 look like. And you keep saying I'm coming with 75, and she like, nigga, this is 50, because I know what your 100 look like.
Right.
It's completely different than we fucking around and finding out, and you saying this my 100, and I'm like, this look weird to me. Like I don't understand this language. We speak in Spanglish. we speak in two different languages at this point, right? And so for this, in this situation, there's a very different. So if we building and we married, and I know what your 100 look like, and you telling me that you coming with 75, but I see your 50, as your wife, I'm going to move differently. Then you'll fuck around and find out. And so in that scenario, I'm gonna come differently because I'm fucking around and I'm finding out in this moment, versus your wife who know, who understand, who's seen. There's no question. You giving me something differently than what you're telling me, and I can identify both. So we commingling conversations here. And I feel like there need to be a separation. So if we gonna talk about the fuck around and find out, then we need to talk about the fuck around and find out. But if we talking about I know you, you know me, that's a different conversation. But as far as this commingling is concerned, I would say that many of us are entering into relationships before we are whole. And a lot of the
very true.
problems that we are seeing in our community is because there's a lot of commingling going around instead of very clear, distinct, concise conversations that are being had. So I think it is incumbent upon us to figure out where we are in our relationship or not in our relationship. And what does that look like based on the facts of where we are, who we are, so we can move appropriately. And I think, if I'm being honest, that colonialism has fucked us up in ways that we don't even mentally understand. And we are entering into relationships that are harmful to us. We like the term of toxic. It's really not a toxic relationship. It's a lack of communication and a lot of fuckery. A lot of fuckery that's being had.
A lot of fuckery.
And there comes a point, biblically they talk about once you hit 13 years old, your parents are no longer praying over you. That's when you need to pray and take control over your spiritual life. And we are in our 13-year-old self as, if we gonna have an honest fucking conversation here, Chris, we are in our 13-year-old self as black people living here in this thing called the Americas, where we now need to take control of how we engage in this thing called our relationships. And we have struggled for so long, and so many of our brothers and sisters are lost and have no education, are completely ignorant, and have no fucking guidance on how to move forward. And so a lot of the shit that we see today in our relationships as black people, as Latino people, as the diaspora of us, there's no book, there's no guidance. Just like parental, we have no book, we have no guidance. We are literally, I am 22 years of parenthood, and I'm still
Learning.
figuring this shit
I'm trying
out
to figure it out. Right.
every day, like I just gave birth yesterday. And that's where we are in our relationships. And we are trying. I see us growing. I see us attempting. But there's no real structure out here. We don't have no dinner time conversations. There's no guidance.
We don't even
There's
eat dinner together.
There's
I just said that. No funny. I don't mean to cut you, but I just said that shit the other day. I just said that.
We one of the only cultures that don't eat together
God damn.
or have a dinner time
Yeah.
or have a structure.
This up to me today is quick fast. And my wife, I work in the morning.
And I got Nunu. I just got a text, so I got my baby tomorrow morning. So
Quick fast. Tell everybody where they can find you at, where they can order the nets at,
And the basketballs.
and the basketball,
And the sports
book
bags.
And
this was a great convo.
And give me your final thought.
All right, so you can go to Global Consulting, GLOBALL Consulting. If you can't spell, CONSULTING.com. As far as
great email.
yeah,
Shit.
it's mine.
Carry on.
Yeah, so
Say it again.
it's mine.
No, not that part.
Okay. Global Consulting, GLOBALL, Global Consulting, CONSULTING.com. My final thoughts is that I think that we need to, as people, as a second generation people, well, first generation people, but second generationally accepted, have more conversations like this and allow each other the time and the space to really just interject and really just reflect and give to each other. Because right now what we just did was we gave to each other. We gave knowledge to each other. We gave trauma to each other. We gave just enlightenment to each other. You know what I'm saying? So I think that you guys are doing a beautiful thing, and even though it's bedroom conversations, it always turns into real conversations, right? Because everything happens in the bedroom. Creation happens in the bedroom. So that means the beginning happens in the bedroom. So you guys are the beginning. So with that being said, you know, that's I appreciate you for having me on and inviting me.
Thank you for
Y'all want
coming.
love that's in your room?
Yeah, but look, we are coming with the, remember the old school Nerf hoops where you throw your dirty clothes in there?
Yeah.
Those are coming.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
want to ask you something, right?
On the back of the door.
If you can, just remember, I'll put this out there.
Okay,
first.
yeah.
With your nets, pause. That sounds crazy. With your nets, if you can make a dream catcher for me and my wife to be intimate, let me know that glows in the dark.
A glow in the dark dream catching that.
Because your nets outside is fire. Good job.
I appreciate that.
So, Ms. T, tell, your question is different. I would like you to tell our family, our friends, where can they buy a house at? Where can they buy your book at? What's one positive advice they need to know to buy a home, other than have good credit?
So can I jump really quick? So you know, yesterday was daddy issues.
I wasn't
Was it
invited.
yesterday?
was.
Why didn't you send me
Why
a
didn't you send me a
reminder?
It was. So yesterday
Thank you,
was.
Taylor.
Yesterday
And I wanted to go.
it
I have
was-
some daddy issues. I
It
swear
was.
to God.
Listen, grown
doing
men
another
were
one?
crying yesterday.
Are you doing another one?
Yeah.
See, that's selfish of
Please.
you.
That's a beautiful
You should've
thing.
texted me.
That's
would've
selfish.
came.
I really needed that because I got some shit
No,
I gotta get
but
off my chest.
you know what? In all honesty, October 18th, there was a lot going on for everybody outside the city, and it was a beautiful day outside. October 18th, there was a lot.
I needed daddy issues.
You know what? Daddy issues was by far the. I asked God to use me, and He used me every which way
So why you
yesterday.
didn't use me and send me an invitation?
It wasn't for you. The message wasn't for you right then.
Nah, I needed
At that time,
Right.
clearly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At that
Clearly,
time,
it wasn't.
clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the message is
Um,
for you on a different time.
No, she just forgot to send me the invitation.
No, that's not what happened.
No, because we talked about
Yeah.
it.
Literally, like
Right.
every time I was on air.
Yeah, we definitely
your message
talked
come
about
later.
it. Yeah.
But
Bring him on, Dr. K.
Yeah, them two together would be good. Yeah, absolutely. I thought that too. They would be good.
it was an amazing event. It was a beautiful event. It was a heavy event, and I had two other events after that event. And people were like, "Damn, Taylor, smile. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" And I didn't realize how like that event was so heavy on me that it carried me like today into today. It was the weight. I don't know when the weight will be lifted, but it was a very heavy conversation that I realized we need to
do
continue
more. Yeah.
and continue having.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful event. It was absolutely an amazing event, and the people that showed up showed the fuck out
That's dope.
for that event. As far as what are the steps that you need to take in order to purchase the house, first of all, we need to make sure that your credit is good. And I know that there's limitations, and they're like, "Oh, at like 580, fuck a 580. We're gonna get all the way ready set, so we gonna come correct that at 750, so you can get the best interest rate. And your debt to income is important. And if we're being honest, when it comes to our ladies, we are purchasing by ourselves because we ain't with nobody because we don't need no nigga. And when it comes to our men, they are purchasing at a deficit because of the child support and the unhealed relationships that they have with their child's mother, that she feels it necessary to put, and I'm talking about my men, my fathers that take care of their kids are very different from these deadbeat. Yeah,
I put
these
a
dead.
post up like that the other
Yeah,
day
they-
on Facebook, actually, and I got some slack from some females about it because of what I posted, and I said to these baby mothers, stop somewhat damaging these guys, right? Because they fall in love with you, right? So I got something. When I tell you, I got a phone call about this post. Like it was, I just said random thought. Stop hurting these men and send them out for someone else to deal with their bullshit. No one talks about when a man is hurt by a woman he really loved, damaged and damages some. Everyone needs to heal before jumping into something else or someone else. This shit is sad. A lot of damaged people are out here. And a lot of good people are out here having to deal with their toxicity. And I said, continue to stay in prayer. But I got some comments back like, nah, fuck that. Like, what about the man who it just automatically turned on to the man? Well, no, fuck that, because he had issues and he made her this way and he made her bitter and he made her miserable. Fuck all that. You need to take him to home. And I'm like, that's not where I'm going. And it was to your point. I'm just talking about the men. I'm just talking about these men at one point. We're good. They still are good men, but they have been damaged by baby mamas who want to continue to make their life miserable, keep them on child support. They can't work. They end up in jail. They lose their license. They can't work if you can't drive. You can't have a license. I can't work. I can't do certain things because you want to keep me on child support to get money that you may not even be able to receive because you have now limited me to taking care of my child. That's a limitation. And I think shout out to you and Dr. K and you about teaching me more about child support because I never really understand the depth of it. You know what I'm saying? But you guys really fueled knowledge into me. And I'm just like, yo, these men come out here really fucked up and damaged, and good women have to sit there. We don't have to take it, but a lot of us do. We end up like, because we feel like we could fix everybody, right? So we want to take them in and nourish. Like, no, let me show you what it is to be loved. Let me show you what a real love from a woman is, not from what this other woman taught you or did to you, whatever the case may be. So I got a lot of flack about that, but to your point, yeah, we need to just talk about men, not always reverting back to, oh, well, he did this to her and this is why she's like this. Fuck that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just wanted to say that, but I just brought that up when you talked about,
And I'm equally as passionate about that. Yeah. The man that allowed me to lose myself is I still didn't put him on child support. There was no hate behind it. I could have, I should have, I would have been in a better position if I did. But if you show up for them kids, I have no right. As a woman, you have no right to put a man on child support if he show up for the motherfucking kids because you mad because he didn't show up for you.
For you. Talk about it. And that's exactly what it is. I said that last week.
So what, now that you get your
Okay, your credit, your income, your taxes. You make sure you have your taxes in line. You have and as an entrepreneur, I know a lot of people think as an entrepreneur I can't buy a house. That's a lie. Entrepreneurs buy houses every single day. It's about making sure you have your documents in order, your profit loss in order. You're gonna have to pay that man. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna have to pay that man. Uncle Sam want what he want. You're going to have to pay that. But if you got a good tax strategist, you can always amend your taxes. I mean, just
Hey, there you go.
They go to tips.
How can they find you?
Everything in Taylor Andre, TaylaAndre. That's the website. That's the Instagram. That's the Facebook. That's the Twitter. That's the Snap that you won't get added to because if you on Snap right now, you on Snap right now. Ain't nobody else getting added to Snap because that's.
Just drive down Norfolk Street. You'll see the big ass poster, big ass.
There you go.
Shout out to my tenants that allow me to put that up.
Right there in front of a house. Okay, so just drive down Norfolk Street. You'll see.
Buy a house from Taylor, get a free basketball net in your driveway.
Exactly.
Look how we working. Right. One together.
Just quick fast. Do you have anything going on this week in your program? And
what's this week?
Positive information would you give?
Continue to live your best life. Continue to laugh often, and continue to love genuinely. That's always going to be my final thought. And make sure you tune in tomorrow for the morning show with Saucy and Friends.
And to say this, ladies, stop expecting everything. Stop thinking everything is one-sided. It takes two to be in a relationship, two to have sex, two to have a conversation, two to eat together, pray together, and lay together. If you allow yourself to be half of the one, just know it's not no fun. Stop being scared and tap into Global Nets. Get your book bag, your ball, and your gloves, and just show some love. Purchase your house without no mouse, and just know that Section 8 ain't coming from Telehouse. So this
Hey, unless you have BHA, because you can Section 8 the home ownership, and there's like grants. I got a client that got
tell 'em.
over $150,000 grants from Section 8 to home ownership. Don't fuck around with
See
me
what I'm saying?
and find out.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Go to that website. Say that website again.
Boston Housing Authority allows you. So there's different housing authorities that allow you to Section 8 to home ownership. Not all of them, like Weymouth won't let you, but Quincy will. So Section 8 to home ownership. Metro Housing is not a federal housing. It's given by grants and it's a nonprofit.
Stop right there. Please, just hold 1 second. If y'all want the rest of this fucking information, go to Tell May. Make sure y'all purchase her book. Make sure y'all purchase her book. And if you're really interested, tap into her show.
Yeah, man. She's
Tap
with
into
us.
her show.
She's not with us every
No,
Sunday.
my
but she's
show
with
is
us.
yours.
Right.
That's-
Our show is our show.
Every other Sunday.
You'll see her. Maybe not every Sunday, but you will see her
But-
more than not.
But in terms of speaking of relationship
Hey, Live.
conversations, we're not gonna always talk about that. If you want to fix your credit, if you need, so let me tell you quick fast. I got two people that fix credit. I got a plumber, I got a realtor, and I got a fucking wife that's a boss. If you need babysitting,
Not
make sure you tap into
babysitting.
my wife. She runs a whole after-school program. Tap in with her. But I would say this to say this. Sometimes life be life. But if you ain't true to yourself, then you're going to be new to yourself. You're going to find yourself lost in society and not understand what your purpose is. So when you're in a relationship, be honest, be vocal, be transparent. But what you don't do is back down. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend
What?
that we will be back next week again. Same time close down, same time, same place. Might be a different new face, but just in case, grab some nets, grab a house, and tell a friend that this is a win. This is Bedroom Topic. We are here, we are live. I was lit. It's been a long time. I'm about to go eat some booty. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Good night.
Triple platinum. Triple